Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, mothers and fathers, brothers and sisters, aunts and uncles and cousins, of course, and nanas and papas, or if you prefer, abuelos and abuelas, and baseball fans everywhere. Welcome to this edition of the Valley Baseball League's 2020 Rewind season. If you're just tuning in and this is your first day with us, we are replaying our 2019 season and giving you a layer of analysis that we weren't able to bring you the first time because there's just a bunch of stuff we didn't know when the game was happening. Well, we're a year smarter than we were last year, and hopefully you're going to benefit from all of that from us today. Just a reminder, Monday, we're going to have a podcast. It's Podcast Monday. That's because Monday's normally a day off in the Valley. Podcast Monday, this Monday will be Austin Gisriel talking about a league of their own. Please look down in the comments. I'm going to give you a link to a story he wrote. Good stuff out of Austin and a chance to talk about the place where A League of Their Own was actually filmed and kind of what's going on in the baseball world there. Anyway, as always, I got the crew together today. Everybody say hi to Aaron.
Hey everyone, Aaron Summers here, coming at you live from Wrightsville Beach.
Graham fans, how we doing?
Right on. That is the big question. How are we doing? We recently had an article in the Northern Virginia Daily, and I got some really nice comments. People are saying, look, we really appreciate the fact that you guys are bringing us some baseball. It's nice to have some sports to watch in the world where there isn't that much going on. Rob Manfred was just out yesterday talking about there will be baseball in 2020, 100% guaranteed by Rob yesterday, even though players and owners are a little bit off still in terms of schedule and compensation. It sounds like they're going to get that unlocked. Just a reminder, looks like there's going to be wood bat baseball and collegiate baseball. Teams in Florida, teams in North Carolina, the Coastal Plains League firing up. Hearing rumors about the North Woods League. So it looks like baseball is going to be picking up. We've got the Rockingham County League starting in the 27th of this month. At least that was the last word. So baseball is coming, and we're going to bridge that gap until it does, and we're going to bridge it for the rest of the season because we want you to see the great stuff that happened in the Valley. Speaking of great stuff that happened in the Valley, Jordan, what's on tap for tonight?
Well, right, Graham. First off, thank God for baseball, and thank God it's coming back. I've missed it so much. The VBL has been fantastic to work with and watch as well. But, man, when pro baseball comes back, I'm ready to see my Cubs take the field. But that's enough of me. And maybe beating Aaron's Padres somewhere. But either way, tonight's game, me being a Harrisonburg guy, I love the rivalry between the Staunton Braves and the Harrisonburg Turks. And we've got round two, and I don't think I need to remind anybody what happened in round one of this matchup because that comeback is still incredible. I don't think words can describe it. I'm not going to try to. I'll be here all night. But we are back on Czech watch. I know some Braves fans are loving to track the numbers right now that Andrew Czech is providing. He's having a monster season so far. And really, again, we've said it before. We're going to say it again. Keep an eye on him. He's had a fantastic year so far. That's not going to end anytime soon. But it doesn't mean that nights are going to come easy to him because tonight the Braves are going to be taking on John Leonard's pitcher of the day. That's right. We're looking at Harrisonburg's Will Bryan. He is going to be on the mound tonight for the Turks, providing the punishments at the pitcher's mound. We got a great local rivalry. Staunton and Harrisonburg, round two is coming up tonight, Graham. Yeah,
round two. And just to kind of reiterate what you said, and by the way, thank you very much for setting that up so nicely. You're talking about missing baseball. Aaron recently had a chance to sit down with Sam Crawford. We played that podcast this past Monday. If you haven't had a chance to see it, check it out. That's not a reference to Andrew Czech. We're going to do that again, but that's just to check out that podcast. Because even Sam's missing baseball. He's started following the Korean League just to see what's going on. It seemed to really be enjoying that. Also, just want to let people know, in case you're not clear, how the games are scheduled typically in the Valley Baseball League. The northern teams will play each other 6 times over the course of a season, and the North Division will play the South Division 3 times over the course of the season. So you're going to see several more matchups between the Braves and the Harrisonburg Turks because there's that 6-game matchup in each division. Anyway, as you all know, the top 4 teams from each division will go on to play in a best-of-3 series for the playoffs. and then they will go on to play in a best-of-3 series for the league title. Anyway, let's check in with Erin, who happens to be hanging out at the beach. She's in the sun and the surf, and find out what else was happening in the league on this day back in 2019. Erin, what you got on tap?
There was a good one at Bing Crosby Stadium tonight as both sides brought the bats. The Cardinals scored 5 runs in the 5th inning. However, the Express answered with 5 in the 8th, 1 on an Austin Garofalo RBI single, and 4 when Sonny DiChiero hit a grand slam. Yes, and in case you were wondering, that grand slam helped secure DiChiero with the hitter of the day title. He went 4 of 5 against Front Royal with 3 runs, 2 doubles, a home run, and 6 RBIs. There are rumors, however, that he got robbed of another home run by an amazing catch at the wall.
You got to love that. Nothing like a beach report, right? I don't think, did anybody hear the water temperature or get the surf? I didn't hear how high the waves were or the water. Jordan, did you hear anything along those lines?
You know what? They're higher and warmer than the ones in Harrisonburg right now. I'll give you that, Graham. So kudos to Erin for enjoying that vacation.
Yeah, well, we got to talk to her about the beach report. Hey, what are the other games she didn't cover? What else took place in the league on this date back in the year of our Lord 2019?
Well, Graham, in the year of our Lord 2019, the Covington Lumberjacks and the Woodstock River Bandits also went at it. And 7-5 is going to be the final in this one. The Jacks are going to score 3 runs in the 8th inning of this game. And 2 of them are going to come off of Christian Torres. He's going to double before Matthew Cosilla DeFaro. He's going to single him home. And then just for, some extra cushion, maybe the bulk that, you can get at Costco, maybe every now and then. Pedro Nazario, his RBI single is going to provide that. 7-5, the final from Woodstock. And by the way, I just want to point out 2 things. One, all this information, again, can be found from John Leonard's amazing 2019 Valley League Annual, which is located the top right corner of the VBL's homepage. But secondly, I just want to go ahead and really point out how much better the Woodstock River Bandits are compared to their 2018 counterparts, who only came out with 5 wins on the season. They're past that mark now, and we're still early on. So right now, the progress that Woodstock has made, just kudos to them, and it has to feel good to be a River Bandits fan, because 2018, that's a season that players, coaches, management, fans, you really don't want to see that with your hometown team, but they are really turning it around, Graham.
Yeah, for sure. Or if you prefer, yeah, for sure. What was so fun about River Bandits last year is I ended up covering most of those games. Long story, but that was a pretty challenging field to get a live stream out of. And it was so much fun to see the fans start to gravitate to the field as the season kind of went on, and the enthusiasm that built around that team as they neared the playoffs and then, finally made it into the playoffs. Anyway, it was definitely some exciting baseball, and they're certainly on the move. Speaking of on the move, we need to be on the move because, yeah, that's right. We got to bring you some baseball. So grab your beer, or if you got one, or grab your hot dog and sit down and relax, because it is time to play ball. Mothers and fathers, brothers and sisters, aunts and uncles, cousins, of course, mops and pops, or if you prefer, grandmas and grandpas, and baseball fans everywhere, welcome to the 2019 season of the Valley League. Before we get to tonight's game, let me let you know that these live streams are brought to you by Sheetz. Sheetz is perfect for busy lifestyles, and they're open 24/7, so grab breakfast, dinner on the go, or a late night snack. With nearly 600 stores in 6 states, there's always a Sheetz near you. Sheetz, run and done. This live stream is also brought to you by Subway. Check out Subway's delicious new club collection, the new State Club, the new Southwest Chicken Club, and the American Club. Subway, make it what you want. This live stream is also brought to you by Grace Burrows, New York Times best-selling author and baseball friend to the Valley Baseball League. Grace Burrows, she believes in love and baseball. Bottom line, if you can't find love on the baseball diamond, take a look at graceburrows.com. Now, here are your announcers with tonight's game.
The Turks at the bottom of the division with a 2-6 record as they get ready for tonight. Rodrigo, we've been seeing these teams a couple times this season. You've seen 2 games between the Turks and the Braves, and so we should know what to expect a little bit from the Braves tonight. Tell us a little bit about the last time that they were out on the field. I believe they played the Strasburg Express in their last matchup.
Yes, that is correct, and they got a victory that game. They won 7-3. They're on a 2-game win streak now. And so how it happened at the bottom of the first inning, Logan Worley he hit a single to bat in Ken Rooklyn. At the top of the third, the Express scored 2 runs. And then at the bottom of the second, that's when most of the action happened, when the Braves were able to score 6 runs out of 3 hits and 3 errors. And all the way at the top of the ninth, Josiah Ortiz triple batted in Zachary Scott for the Express, but it wasn't enough to get the victory over the Braves.
So the Braves picked up their 7th win of the season. They're 7-3 coming into tonight's matchup against the Turks here at Eagle Field. For the Turks, their last time out, you heard it right here with us if you were listening along, as the Turks hosted the Newmarket Rebels on Tuesday night here at Veterans Memorial Park, and they lost 6-3 against Newmarket. The Rebels scoring 4 runs in the top of the first and then 2 more in the top of the third to jump out to an early 6-0 lead. The Turks weren't able to come back until the bottom of the 8th inning when they scored 3 runs of their own to make it a little closer, cut the lead in half, made it 6-3. But they were not able to get it done in the bottom of the 9th, and they leave with a 6-3 loss against the Newmarket Rebels. Newmarket improved to 4-5 on the season, and the Turks fell to 2-6. So they're struggling a little bit early in the season, but now they host the Staunton Braves, the number 1 team in the league, as Staunton has jumped out to a 7-3 record. Charlottesville was in first place, but they've fallen to 6-3 now, half a game behind the Braves. And taking a look around the rest of the South Division, the Covington Lumberjacks right there tied with Charlottesville at 6-3. Waynesboro is 5-3, and then the Turks at the bottom of the division at 2-6. In the North Division, they got 5 teams all tied up with the even 500 record. Front Royal and Woodstock are each 5-5. Strasburg, Winchester, they're each 4-4. Newmarket is 4-5, and Purcellville at the bottom of the North Division with a 1-8 record going into Valley League action tonight, Thursday, June 13th. And we are ready for another night of Valley League action as the wind starts to pick up here at Eagle Field. The Turks getting ready to host the Staunton Braves. And let's take a look at each team's lineup before we get started tonight. Rodrigo, who's going to be taking the field for the Braves tonight?
They'll be starting off, Kent Rooklyn will be starting off, the shortstop. After him, Eli Davis, the right fielder. Batting after him is Andrew Czech, the first baseman. In the cleanup position, left field, Logan Worley. Batting 5th, Chet Moore, the center field. Batting 6th, Duncan Pastore, the third baseman. Batting 7th, Ryan McCarty, the second baseman. In 8th, Colin Brophy, the designated hitter. After him, Colin Hopkins, the catcher. And on the mound tonight for the Braves is Bailey Hall.
Bailey Hall taking the mound for Staunton tonight as they come to Harrisonburg to face the Turks. Hall on the season, he's made 2 appearances, hasn't picked up a decision in either of them. He's got a 5.22 ERA and 6 strikeouts on the season. Of note with Bailey Hall, in the last time that the Turks and the Braves played, Caston Peter hit a home run in the 4th inning for the Turks, and that was off of Hall. Hall was on the mound during that game. Taking the field for the Turks tonight, leading off and playing second base is McCann Mellett. Batting second, playing shortstop, is going to be Zach Budzik. Batting third, playing first base, is Josh Madole. Batting cleanup, playing left field, is going to be Jed Bryant. Batting fifth, the designated hitter for the Turks tonight is Jack Roberts. Batting sixth, behind the plate, doing the catching, is Caston Peter. Batting seventh, in center field, is Travis Reesnyder. Batting eighth, playing in right field, is Aaron Levy. And batting ninth, playing third base for the Turks tonight, is going to be Nick Zona. And on the mound for Harrisonburg is going to be Will Bryan taking the mound for the Turks. Bryan on the season, he started 1 game, pitched in 2 games, a total of 6 innings pitched this season. He's 0-1 with 10 strikeouts, has not allowed an earned run yet this season. So those are the lineups for tonight's game between the Staunton Braves and the Harrisonburg Turks. As we look at these lineups, there are some notable players that you might want to keep an eye on tonight. And Rodrigo, who's going to stand out for the Braves tonight?
For me, Matt, that's going to have to be Andrew Czech. He's just been hitting great this whole season from Walsh University. He has the highest batting average in the league at 442. He has 3 home runs this season, including 1 in the last confrontation between the Braves and the Turks. and he's also leading the Valley Baseball League in RBIs with 21. And he was he was this season's first Sign USA Player of the Week. And I just got to say, he's a great hitter. He's a big guy. He's 6'6", and he has a lot of power, and he's going to be very dangerous tonight.
The reigning Player of the Week, still leading the league in batting average and RBIs. Going to be a player to watch for Staunton tonight. And for the Turks, the player to watch is the number 2 hitter playing shortstop, Zach Budzik. He is an 8-game hitting streak. He's gotten a hit in every game so far this season, and in those games he has 1 home run, 3 doubles, and 4 RBIs, so he'll look to extend that to a 9-game hitting streak as the Turks take the field against the Staunton Braves tonight. He will be batting second and playing shortstop for Harrisonburg. Doing the starting lineups for the Turks right now here at Eagle Field, and they have a Field of Dreams team tonight. The team running out with the Turks is from Harrisonburg Little League, and it's the Twins. They're in the farm level of Harrisonburg Little League. They get recognized. They get to run out on the field with the Turks as the starting lineups are being introduced. Almost overcast now at Veterans Memorial Park, a rainbow over center field. There must have been rain somewhere in the area. We are getting ready for the national anthem here at Veterans Memorial Park as they finish up announcing the Turks lineup. So we're going to take a break for the national anthem, and when we come back, we'll have first pitch of tonight's game between the Staunton Braves and the Harrisonburg Turks. We're getting ready for the first pitch tonight between the Harrisonburg Turks and the Staunton Braves here at Veterans Memorial Park. Matthew Atkins, Rodrigo Aviles with you for tonight's game. Just finished up the national anthem performed by Jacob Ross tonight, and now throwing out the first pitch before tonight's game is Cassidy Lamb, the 2019 Virginia State Dairy Princess. She's taking the mound now to throw the first pitch to Caston Peter.
Oh, decent one.
A bit high and outside, but it's across the plate. June is Dairy Month night here at Veterans Memorial Park, so all kinds of goodies being handed out. Free milk, bracelets, cheese sticks, I believe. They had the State Dairy Princess here to throw out the first pitch.
Too bad we didn't get any of that.
Yeah, I could use some milk. Get that calcium up. Just a few moments away from first pitch, and the constant breeze now blowing out towards left field as the clouds keep moving in over the park. Doesn't seem to be any rain in the area, though. No rain forecasted in the weather over the next couple of hours, so we should be good to get this game in. Turks taking the field wearing their usual home uniforms, white pants, navy jerseys with Turks written across the front in white font and red trim. The Braves going to take the field also wearing white pants, and their jerseys start at the top with a deep blue but fade into a white towards the bottom. Big red numbers on the back, and on the front, Staunton written across the chest in a red script. We've seen a lot of different uniforms around the league this season. We were talking before tonight's broadcast about the ones that have stood out the most, and I think for both of us we've agreed Covington and Staunton have had the uniforms that really stand out. Covington with the all-black uniforms that we saw last week, and Jacks written across the front in gold font. Charlottesville, of course, also notable for their bright green colors. Throw down to second from Caston Peter, the final warm-up pitch from Will Bryan, and we are about ready to get underway here at Eagle Field for tonight's game.
Yeah, that'll bring up Kent Rookland, the shortstop tonight for the Braves, out of West Virginia University Institute of Technology. He's actually from Covington, Virginia. Wonder why he chose to play here for the Braves instead of the Lumberjacks.
He steps up to the plate, ready for the first pitch from Bryan, and it misses just high. 1 ball, no strikes to Rookland. Rookland on the season batting .393 with 6 RBIs for the Braves as the 1-0 pitch finds its way into the zone for a strike, 1-1.
Yeah, that also includes a double and 9 runs scored, so having a pretty good season so far.
The 1-1 offering from Bryan, that one is swung on and driven over to second base where Mellett's going to field it at the back of the infield dirt, make the throw to Madola at first for the first out of the inning. So 1 down, nobody on, and Eli Davis is going to come up to the plate. Davis, the right fielder for Staunton tonight, batting .263 on the season. He's got a pair of RBIs, a pair of home runs and 8 RBIs on the season. First offering from Brian. Across the plate for a called strike. 0-1. Brian, a left-handed pitcher for the Turks, facing Davis, left-handed batter for Staunton. The 0-1 pitch misses low and outside. The count evens up at 1 ball and 1 strike.
Eli Davis actually is from Staunton, Tennessee, except they don't have the U in their Staunton.
The 1-1 pitch misses outside. 2 balls and a strike now to Davis. So you're saying that people can see how it's spelled in Tennessee and know that it's Staunton, whereas people see Staunton, Virginia, and think it's pronounced Staunton because of the U in there.
Yeah, I definitely thought that's how it was pronounced originally.
The 2-1 pitch misses low. 3 balls and a strike now to Davis. Brian kicks, delivers. And that one's in there for a called strike. The count goes full to Eli Davis. 3-2 count, 1 out in the top of the first. Nobody on for the Braves. Davis delivers. That one swung on and fouled into the net behind home plate. The count will stay at 3-2. In Brian's last time out for the Turks, he got the start at Winchester as the 3-2 pitch misses high, and the first base umpire says that the check swing did not go, so Davis will head down to first with a walk. That'll bring up Andrew Czech, the reigning Valley League Player of the Week. And as I was saying, in Brian's last time out for the Turks, he pitched at Winchester on June 6th, pitched 4 2/3 innings, gave up 3 hits, 5 runs, none of them earned, struck out 5 batters as the Turks lost 9-4 at Winchester. First pitch to Czech misses outside, 1-0. Brian comes up for the 1-0 pitch, fires it in there, and it's on the edge of the plate for a called strike. Count evens up at 1-1.
You can see Czech, he's just a really big guy. It's standing at 6'6", 265. That frame just allows him to get a lot of power into his swings.
The 1-1 pitch, a big swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Czech. And as we said, he is the reigning Player of the Week. Currently batting .441 with 3 home runs and 21 RBIs. His batting average and his RBIs both lead the league, and he's up there in home runs. The 1-2 pitch, and he takes a big cut, swing and a miss. He goes down for the second out of the inning.
Yeah, good job there by Brian after allowing the first walk, putting out arguably the most dangerous hitter on this team.
So coming up to the plate now with 2 outs and a runner on first is Logan Worley. Worley, the left fielder for Staunton. Brian throws back to first, trying to pick off Davis, but he's there.
Worley originally playing for the Waynesboro Generals this summer, but he was acquired by Staunton.
The runner goes on the first pitch to Worley. The throw down to second in time. Davis caught stealing. Another throw down from Caston Peter. He gets him for the 3rd out of the inning.
Yeah, a couple of those already on the season for Caston Peter. Just good awareness there and able to pick him off.
No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on in the top of the first. When we come back for the home half of the inning, it'll be Mellett, Budzik, and Madole due up for the Turks. Welcome back to Eagle Field at Veterans Memorial Park for tonight's broadcast. Matthew Atkins, Rodrigo Aviles with you, bringing you tonight's action between the Staunton Braves and the Harrisonburg Turks. Getting ready for the bottom of the first inning. The Turks coming to bat, facing Bailey Hall on the mound for Staunton. Hall, a native of Daleville, Virginia, plays his college ball in here in Harrisonburg at Eastern Mennonite University. He's a 6'5", 200-pound pitcher, and his last time out was against the Turks. He pitched 4 1/3 innings, gave up 5 runs on 5 hits, struck out 4 batters. So he'll get the call tonight on the mound as he gets ready to face the top of the Turks order, McCann Mellett, coming up to the plate for Harrisonburg. And Mellett, one of the top hitters in this lineup, batting .310 with 3 RBIs as he comes up, digs into the left-handed batter's box. First pitch on the outside edge of the plate for a called strike, 0-1 to Mellett.
Yeah, Mellett even doing a good job last time out against the Braves, able to get 2 RBIs.
The 0-1 pitch misses low. The count evens up at 1 ball and 1 strike. So 1-1 count. The pitch from Hall. That one's right across the plate. A pretty pitch. Mellett takes it for a called strike 2. 1-2 count to the second baseman out of Wingate University. The 1-2 pitch misses outside. So the count evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch lifted into right center field. Davis going back, and it's going to be Moore, the center fielder, that makes the catch at the warning track.
Good catch there despite having the sun right in their faces. It will come down with that, Chet Moore.
So that brings up Zach Budzik, the shortstop for Harrisonburg. Said in our pregame show that he would be the player to watch for the Turks tonight. Has an 8-game hitting streak intact right now. The first pitch to Budzik misses inside, brushes him off the plate just a little bit. 1 ball, no strikes.
Yeah, last time we were here against the Rebels, he was able to go 2 for 5 at bat.
The 1-0 pitch, he pops that one into shallow left field. Worley and Rooklyn going back. Rooklyn calls him off and makes the catch in left field for the second out of the inning. So 2 outs now, nobody on, and Josh Madole comes up to the plate for the Turks. Madole out of UNC Greensboro, batting .400 on the season. Actually leads the Turks in batting average on the season. He's got 5 runs batted in. First offering from from Hall, misses outside. 1-0. The 1-0 pitch, that one misses low. 2 balls and no strikes to Madole.
Yeah, Madole getting 3 of those 5 RBIs in his first game out against the Tom Sox.
2-0 pitch misses high. Now a 3-0 count to Josh Madole. As you can hear the Staunton bullpen getting some chants going out there. They're in the bullpen out in right field. A very vocal team as we saw when we were in Staunton. The 3-0 pitch inside, called strike. 3-1. The first game between these two teams this season in Staunton, the bullpen was being very vocal and received a warning from the home plate umpires. The 3-1 pitch misses low. Madole draws a walk, and the Turks have a runner on base.
Yeah, the second time out, they didn't get any warnings from that umpire, but, every umpire is different.
So with a runner on first and 2 outs, Jed Bryant comes up to the plate. Bryant, another Wingate player. 4 of them on the team this year. First offering to Bryant, breaking ball, misses low. 1-0.
Yeah, Bryant, another one of those Turks, was having a hot hitting streak. 4 games for him with 2 doubles, 1 triple, a home run, and 5 RBIs.
The 1-0 pitch misses inside. It's now 2 balls and no strikes to Bryant. The 2-0 offering from Hall. That one is fouled off over towards the Turks' dugout, and the count will go to 2-1. So we're on the 4th batter of the night for the Turks, and all 4 batters have come from just 2 schools. As the 2-1 pitch is hit over to Brooklyn at short. He'll make the third a second in time to retire the side. A 6-4 fielder's choice for the third out of the inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base in the bottom of the first. As we head to the top of the second inning, it'll be Worley, Moore, and Pastor due up for the Braves.
So at Sheets, we really exist to make people's lives easier every day. In this moment, we have a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to connect with some of our lucky fans to help make their dreams come true. How are you? I'm Ryan Sheets. Here's a brand new truck for you, man. A once-in-a-lifetime dream vacation to Turks and Caicos. Have you ever been there?
No, I've never been anywhere.
A check for $25,000.
This is a testament to why everybody should be a Sheets freak.
Take me out to the ball game. Oh, wait, we're already here.
Barry Lee and Katie G, hoping you're enjoying the old ball game and inviting you to join us each weekday morning from 5 to 10 a.m. on your 92.5 Wink FM.
Got him out to end the inning, so Worley gets another chance here in the top of the second. Facing the left-handed Will Bryan. First pitch misses low, 1-0 to Worley. The 1-0 offering, Bryant kicks, delivers, big swing and a miss. Count evens up at 1-1. Looks like a lot of power in that swing. Worley on the season, he's 4 for 8, a batting average of .500. As the 1-1 pitch misses up high, 2 balls and a strike to Worley. The 2-1 pitch from Bryan, that one is across the plate. Beautiful pitch. Counting evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, Worley playing earlier for the Waynesboro Generals, only getting 1 at-bat at his time there.
The 2-2 pitch, that one is fouled off into the net behind home plate, almost hit the camera. So the count will stay at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bryan, one of the 2 pitchers on this year's Turks team from Eastern Kentucky, along with Jacob Ferris. The 2-2 pitch, Worley takes a big cut, swing and a miss. He goes down for the first out of the inning. Jacob Ferris, the other pitcher here from Eastern Kentucky, and he had a pretty good game earlier in the season, 8 strikeouts, as he was named the Valley League Pitcher of the Day for that performance earlier in the season. So 2 solid pitchers out of Eastern Kentucky as Bryan faces Chet Moore now, and the first offering is a big swing and a miss, 0-1 to Moore. Moore, the center fielder for Staunton tonight. He's batting .571 on the season. The 0-1 pitch, that one is fouled hard into the net down the first base line. So the count will move to 0-2.
Yeah, Chet Moore out of the University of Miami. He is batting .571, but so far he has only 1 RBI and 0 home runs, 0 triples and 0 doubles.
Bryant was about ready for the 0-2 pitch, and then Moore called time. Steps out of the batter's box, gets reset. Interestingly, Moore is one of the few players you'll see that does not use batting gloves. As the 0-2 pitch misses up high, Peter has to jump for it. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Keeps rubbing the, I would say dirt, but it's turf around home plate. In between pitches and rubbing his hands together. Ready for the 1-2 pitch, and he fouls that off over the press box. So the count will stay at 1-2.
Yeah, choosing not to wear those gloves that tend to give better grip to the batters as you said, usually taking a break to rub his hands.
The 1-2 offering from Brian. That one bounces in front of the plate. Peter down in front of it to block it. 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Moore. Batting gloves give a better grip. They believe they can prevent blisters better than not using batting gloves. The 2-2 pitch from Brian misses up high.
Maybe he
3
just likes
balls
it
and 2
old school.
strikes. That could be it. A couple of players in Major League Baseball don't use batting gloves. Will Myers, one of the players that comes to mind when you think of players that use their bare hands on the bat. The 3-2 pitch hit up the gap in between short and third, and that's going to get into left field for a base hit. First hit of the game for either team. Moore with a 1-out single in the top of the second. And that's going to bring up Duncan Pastor with 1 out and a runner on first. Pastore, the third baseman for Staunton tonight. Digs into the batter's box to face Brian. Brian looking over at first, decides to pitch. That one bounces in front of home plate. Peter's up, ready to stop it from getting away from him. 1 ball, no strikes to Pastore.
Pastore, one of the Braves who's having another good season. He's batting .310. So far he has 6 RBIs and 13 hits at 42 at-bats.
The 1-0 offering from Brian. Runner goes. Peter comes up with the throw down to second. And Mellett bobbled it, couldn't apply the tag in time, and Moore is safe in at second with a stolen base.
Yeah, this time unable to tag him out.
The throw looked like it would have been in time, but Mellett just bobbled it when it got to him, couldn't keep a hold of the ball, got away from him, and the runner was safe. So now runner on second with 1 out in the top of the second. No score yet as Brian faces Duncan Pastor. The 2-0 pitch hit into right field. Levy gets under, can't make the grab, he drops it again, and now Moore is coming home. And the throw is into second, but not in time. So Moore comes home safely. The Turks are trying to argue that Moore did not tag up, but Levy didn't catch the ball in right field. Be an interesting, umpires having a quick chat now over by the pitcher's mound. Interesting to see what happens here.
Yeah, it looked like Pastore came in sliding, and the second baseman Mellett over there. Oh, they call it out.
So I guess Levy caught it, and they're saying that he bobbled it on the transfer when he went to give it to his throwing hand. Moore never tagged up, and there was only 1 out in the inning, so he should have tagged up anyway. And he went all the way home. Now Stan's asking for an explanation. But I'm assuming that Levy, they're saying he caught the ball, dropped it on the transfer to his throwing hand, so it counts as an out, and then they throw over to second to get Moore out because he never tagged up. And there was only 1 out in the inning, so he should have tagged up anyway. Interesting turn of events here.
Yeah, because it looked like Levy caught onto it, and as you said, it was almost like he dropped it again after catching it. But I guess the run won't count, and yeah, the Braves not happy about that call.
Well, whatever the call is, it remains a 0-0 ball game as we get ready for the bottom of the second inning. Bailey Hall comes back out on the mound for another inning of work, and for the Turks coming up in the bottom of the second, it'll be Jack Roberts, Caston Peter, and Travis Reef-Snyder to lead it off for Harrisonburg. Bet the Turks are sure glad they got out of that jam. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, nobody left on in the top of the second for Staunton. So Jack Roberts, the designated hitter, will lead it off for Harrisonburg here in the bottom of the second. Roberts comes up to the plate. Left-handed batter facing the right-handed Bailey Hall. Interesting when you look at Staunton's roster, the majority of their pitchers are right-handed pitchers. It's the first offering to Roberts in the zone for a called strike.
Yeah, Roberts, he's a left-handed batter, but he's a right-handed pitcher for the Turks. He played yesterday. Saw a couple innings.
Hall comes set for the 0-1 pitch, fires it in there, and it's in there for a called strike. 0-2 now to Roberts. Hall from the windup, the 0-2 pitch misses just outside, so 1 ball and 2 strikes. Roberts keeps the at-bat alive.
Roberts batting .333 so far this season.
The 1-2 pitch, he takes a swing and a miss. He goes down for the first out of the inning. That's going to bring up the catcher, number 1, Caston Peter. Peter comes up to the plate with nobody on, 1 out. 0-0 ball game. Fouls off the first offering from Hall over towards the on-deck circle where Travis Reefsnyder is warming up. 0-1 count. Hall shaking off the sign from Hopkins. Kicks, delivers. That one misses high. 1 ball, 1 strike to Peter. Peter batting just .193 this season. He does have a home run, and it was off of Bailey Hall in the last game between these teams. And the 1-1 pitch fouled just over the net. That one could have come towards the press box.
Yeah.
So the count moves to 1 ball and 2 strikes on Peter. 1-2 pitch misses high, so the count evens up at 2-2. Working quickly is Hall at the 2-2 pitch, lifted into center field. Moore's going to have to come in for it, and he dives to make the catch and get the second out of the inning. So 2 down now as Travis Reefsnyder comes up to the plate, center fielder for the Turks. No score yet in the bottom of the second inning here at Eagle Field. The clouds have cleared up. It's partly cloudy now. Blue sky right over the field here at Veterans Memorial Park. The breeze now blowing over towards right field as Reefsnyder squares up to bunt, and it goes foul. 0-1. The center fielder out of JMU.
Hey, he's made some appearances at center field, right field. A couple games ago, he was playing catcher. So a good utility player for the Turks.
Native of Richmond, Virginia, went to collegiate for high school. The 0-1 pitch misses outside. 1 ball and 1 strike to Reefsnyder.
And now he plays his college ball here at James Madison University.
Fun fact about him, he has never eaten a strawberry. Apparently, we asked all the players for interesting facts, and he said that he has never eaten a strawberry. As the 1-1 pitch misses outside, 2 balls and a strike to Reefsnyder.
Is he allergic, or he just doesn't?
He just said he hasn't eaten any, so I don't know what his reasoning is, but the 2-1 pitch is fouled over the net down the third baseline. Count evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. I don't really blame him. I'm not personally a big fan of strawberries. They're a better fruit out there.
They're pretty good, I think.
A 2-2 count to Reefsnyder. Steps into the batter's box ready for the pitch from Hall. That one misses outside, so the count goes full to the 6'4" center fielder.
Travis Reefsnyder on a 3-game hit streak. He'll be looking for another one here.
3-2 pitch. This is low. He'll take a walk. The Turks have a runner on board with 2 outs. Two outs in the bottom of the second. Runner on first. No score in this game as Aaron Levy comes up to the plate. Levy this season batting .222 with 6 runs batted in for the Turks. Got a chance for another one here as the first offering from Hall. Levy takes a big swing and a miss. 0-1. Levy from Ohio University, a native of Cincinnati, Ohio. The 0-1 pitch misses outside, gets away from Hopkins, but Reefsnyder, is going to stay at first. A 1-1 count now to Levy. Comes from a big baseball family. His uncle Nick played in the Tigers organization in the early 80s. So the 1-1 pitch is fouled off down the first base line. So the count will move to 1-2. He has a cousin, Brian, that played in the Pirates, Rays, and Braves organizations.
Yeah, Levy, a big fan of the Cincinnati Reds. I bet he'd want to play there one day, and we are here in the Valley Baseball League. Their slogan, Gateway to the Majors.
1-2 pitch, he takes a big cut, and he goes down swinging for the third out of the inning. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Bailey Hall. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on for the Turks. No score through 2 innings. When we come back in the top of the third, it will be McCarty, Brophy, and Hopkins due up.
Take me out to the ball game. Oh, wait, we're already here.
Barry Lee and Katie G, hoping you're enjoying the old ball game and inviting you to join us each weekday morning from 5 to 10 a.m. on your 92.5 Wink FM.
For the Braves in this inning is Ryan McCarty, the first offering from Brian in there for a called strike, 0-1. McCarty, the second baseman for Staunton, batting 160 on the season, fouls off the 0-1 pitch into the net behind home plate. 0-2 now to the Braves second baseman.
Yeah, he plays his ball over at Penn State Abington. He was a NEAC first team all conference, and he was also the Rookie of the Year.
The 0-2 pitch fouled hard over towards the Staunton dugout. I think it stayed down, hit the fence in front of the dugout, so no harm there. Count stays at 0-2.
Yeah, that was a fast ball right there.
The 0-2 pitch from Brian, just high, letter high on the jerseys. 1 ball and 2 strikes to McCarty. Brian comes set for the 1-2 pitch, fires it in there, and that one is fouled off into the net behind home plate again. So the count will stay at 1 ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch to McCarty misses high above his head. Peter jumps up to grab that one. So the count moves to 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, McCarty getting that Rookie of the Year award, playing great offensively and defensively. He had a .433 batting average.
Fouls off the 2-2 pitch. That's a high foul ball right over towards the concession stand. Watch out. Count stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, defensively he had 73 putouts, 95 assists, and 5 errors for a .971 fielding percentage.
The 2-2 pitch gets him swinging. He goes down for the first out of the inning and the third strikeout of the night for Will Bryan. That brings up the Braves' designated hitter, Colin Brophy.
Colin Brophy from Encino, California, long way from home, but he plays his baseball at George Washington University, so he's already here in Virginia.
First offering to Brophy in the zone for a called strike, 0-1. It's one of 2 Collins on this team, and they bat back-to-back in the order tonight. Colin Brophy and Colin Hopkins is on deck. The 0-1 pitch gets away from Peter in the dirt. 1 ball and 1 strike now to Brophy. Brophy on the season batting .200 for Staunton. 8 runs driven in. The 1-1 offering from Brian misses high above his head. Just above his head. That one was a bit inside too. So 2 balls and a strike now to Brophy. Brian comes set, kicks, delivers. The 2-1 pitch misses just low, so 3 balls and a strike to the Braves' designated hitter.
Yeah, Brophy having a better average than he did last season for George Washington. He hit 153 with 2 doubles and a home run.
2-1 offering. That one is popped up, foul over towards the first base grandstand. And it goes over past the stands, so not going to hit anyone in the bleachers. Some kids running after it, trying to get their freezy pops. Count goes full to Colin Brophy, a 3-2 count. Brian working from the third base side of the rubber. From the windup, kicks, delivers, gets him swinging. He goes down for the second out. Another strikeout for Will Bryan.
Yeah, Will Bryan doing a good job so far, keeping his pitches fast and low.
That's going to bring up Colin Hopkins, the catcher for Staunton tonight. He comes up with 2 outs, nobody on. A 0-0 ball game in the top of the third inning. First pitch from Bryan right across the plate for a called strike, 0-1 to Hopkins. Bryan comes set for the 0-1 pitch, kicks, delivers, another swing and a miss. 0-2 now to Hopkins.
Colin Hopkins, his dad, Brad Hopkins, was actually picked 13th overall in the 1993 NFL Draft. Played for the Tennessee Titans organization.
The 0-2 pitch, Bryan fires it in there, and it's fouled off towards the first base grandstand. The count will stay at 0-2. At the bottom of the Braves order. 2 strikeouts this inning for Will Bryan. Now an 0-2 count to Hopkins. The pitch swung on and missed, and he goes down. Will Bryan strikes out the side in the top of the third inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. Due up for the Turks in the home half of the third. Nick Zona, McCann Mellett, and Zach Budzik. Getting ready for the bottom of the third inning here at Eagle Field as the Harrisonburg Turks come up to the plate. It'll be Nick Zona, McCann Mellett, and Zach Budzik due up for the Turks. They're facing Bailey Hall of Staunton on the mound tonight for the Braves. Zona, the third baseman for Harrisonburg tonight, leading it off here in the home half of the third. No score yet at Veterans Memorial Park. Only 1 hit in the ball game. That came from Staunton back in the top of the second inning. So now Zona leads it off in the bottom of the third, looking for the first hit of the night for the Turks. Digs into the box to face Hall. Fouls off the first pitch that he sees. Zona on the season for Harrisonburg, just 1 for 14 with an RBI. The 0-1 offering from Hall bounces in front of home plate. Hopkins is there to stop it. So a 1-1 count. Pitch on its way from Hall, a swing and a miss. 1-2 to Zona.
I think Zona playing here at JMU. He was actually picked up by the New York Mets in the 38th round of this MLB draft.
So the 1-2 pitch from Hall, and that one Zona was about to swing, and I think it bounced off his bat, went foul.
Yeah,
So the count will stay at 1-2.
Well, they was going to do a check swing. He was pulling away, but the ball's still hitting the bat.
So the 1-2 pitch, Hall fires it in there. That one is driven down the third base line, but it goes foul before Pastore can get to it. So the count again stays at 1 ball and 2 strikes to Zona. Zona at the bottom of the Turks order. Waiting on deck is McCann Mellett as we get back to the top of the order. But right now a 1-2 count to Zona. Steps back into the batter's box, ready for the 1-2 pitch. Hall comes set, fires it in there right above Zona's head as Hopkins jumps up to grab it out of the air. 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Zona. A lot of these guys, as we've told you, come from baseball-oriented families, and Zona, no different, coming from a very athletic family as the 2-2 pitch misses high. Count goes full. His father played for Atlanta and Boston in the late 80s, early 90s, and currently a scout for the Nationals. He fouls off the 3-2 pitch. His mom played tennis at Virginia Commonwealth University, and his brother Anthony played baseball at the University of Charleston before becoming a coach there. It's a very athletic family that Nick Zona comes from. He steps back into the batter's box after fouling off that last pitch, ready for another 3-2 pitch from Hall, and that one misses inside. He'll head down to first with the walk, and the Turks have a runner on board with no out as we head back to the top of the order. McCann Mellett coming up to the plate.
Yeah, the third walk on the night for Hall. Bringing it back to the top of the order, McCann Mellett.
Mellett 0 for 1 tonight, flew out to right field his first time up. No score here in the bottom of the third inning as the first pitch from to Mellett fouled off over the third base grandstand. Calls time, steps out of the batter's box to get reset. He's ready for the 0-1 pitch. Hall working from the stretch now on the first base side of the pitcher's mound. Mellett squares up to bunt, rolls in front of the pitcher's mound. Hall comes off, throws down to first in time to get Mellett out, but the runner does advance to second on the play.
Yeah, Zona getting able to go to second, bringing up Zach Budzik. Only 1 out. So runner was scoring position. Turks have problem with this last game in this season so far, but that can all change. Hopefully they'll be able to score here.
So Budzik comes up to the plate, runner on second and 1 out in the bottom of the third inning. First offering to Budzik. He hits that one hard over to short. Rookland's there to field it, makes the throw to first, and they get Budzik out and keep Zona at second. So 2 outs now in the inning. And that's going to bring up Josh Madole, the first baseman. Runner on second, no score in the bottom of the third. Madole digs into the left-handed batter's box to face Hall. He's 0 for 1 tonight. First pitch misses in the dirt. 1-0. Turks with a chance to score a run here. Zona at second. 2 outs in the inning. Hall looking back at second. Decides to pitch, fires it in there. That one's across the plate for a called strike. 1-1 count to Madole. The 1-1 pitch from Hall, that one is in the dirt. 2 balls and a strike to the Turks' first baseman. Dairy night here at Eagle Field. People walking around handing out ice cream sandwiches. The Virginia State Dairy Princess is here. The 2-1 pitch, that one's hit over to first. Czech is going to be there to field it, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the third out of the inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 man left on as Zona is left at second. The Turks could not get him home, and now still no score as we head to the top of the 4th inning. And when we come back, it'll be the top of the Staunton order. Rooklyn, Davis, and Czech due up for the Braves. Rooklyn digs into the batter's box to face the left-handed Bryan. Delivers, pitches fouled off. 0-1 to Rooklyn.
Quick mound meeting for Peter and Bryan.
Rooklyn is 0 for 1 tonight, grounded out to second base his first time up. Now he leads off again here in the top of the 4th inning. Beautiful night in downtown Harrisonburg, as it looks like it might storm for a little bit, but the clouds have mostly dissipated. Blue sky above us here at Veterans Memorial Park. The 0-1 pitch from Bryan squares up to bunt. That one goes down the third base line and it rolls foul. So now 0-2 to Kent Rooklyn. Bryan strolling back up the pitcher's mound. Rooklyn comes back to the batter's box, grabs his bat, and he gets ready for the 0-2 pitch. Digs into the batter's box. As Bryan comes set, kicks and delivers, and that one is fouled into the net directly behind home plate. So the count will stay at 0-2. Bryan comes set on the mound. The 0-2 pitch to Rooklyn. Breaking ball misses inside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch to Rooklyn. That one misses way inside. Rooklyn had to back up to avoid getting hit by that one. So the count evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Bryan comes set. Fires in the 2-2 pitch, and that one is hit hard, foul down the first base line into the net above the Staunton dugout.
The sun starting to set here in Harrisonburg. Starting to cool down a little bit.
Three-two pitch. That one's popped up into center field. Reef Snyder going back, gets it in front of the warning track, make the catch for the first out of the inning. So with 1 out, nobody on, that's going to bring up the right fielder, Eli Davis. He walked his first time up, was later thrown out trying to steal second base. First pitch is in there for a called strike, 0-1 to Davis.
Yeah, he stole 4 bases last year for Arkansas State University.
The 0-1 pitch fouled off into the net behind home plate. So 0-2 now to the right fielder for Staunton. Playing college baseball at Arkansas State. Playing with the Braves during the summer of 2019 as the 0-2 pitch misses outside 1-2.
Yeah, batting 207 for Arkansas, but having a good time here, batting 394 for the Braves.
The 1-2 pitch misses low and outside. So the count evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bryan fires the 2-2 pitch and it misses high. 3 balls and 2 strikes, a full count to Davis. Back-to-back full counts for Will Bryan. As Rooklyn faced a full count into the last at-bat, flew out to center field. Now a 3-2 pitch to Davis. And that one is lifted into right field. Levy going back, going towards the corner. And that one is called a fair ball. It's gone. It's a home run for Eli Davis. Just over the right field corner, just fair. And Staunton takes a 1-0 lead here in the top of the 4th inning.
Yeah, kind of hard to see where that ball went, but fell right over the wall there. Levy was chasing it. Solid home run from Davis.
Just fair. But it went over the wall and it counted. So 1-0 Staunton here in the top of the 4th inning. That'll bring up Andrew Czech with 1 out, nobody on. The first pitch in there for a called strike, 0-1. Czech 0 for 1 tonight with a strikeout in the top of the 1st.
Czech just having an incredible season over at Walsh University. He was batting .417 with 18 doubles and 17 home runs.
The 1-1 pitch from Bryan, that one is fouled off into the net behind home plate. So count moves to 1 ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch from Bryan. Breaking ball misses outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Czech. Two pitch in the zone for a called strike 3. Czech goes down looking for the 2nd out of the inning.
Yeah, after giving up that home run, doesn't seem like Bryan was phased. Just went out there, threw some good strikes. So 2 outs.
Brings up the left fielder, Logan Worley. 2 outs, nobody on. Fires the first pitch that he sees into center field. Reese Snyder is going to come up and make the throw. Base hit for Worley. And the Braves keep this inning alive with 2 outs. Brings up the center fielder, Chet Moore, with a runner on. Staunton leads 1-0 here in the top of the 4th, thanks to a home run by Eli Davis. Moore digs into the batter's box to face Bryan for the 2nd time tonight. He's 1 for 1 with a single his last time up.
Chet Moore, as we said earlier, no batting gloves for him. But he frequently has to take time off to rub the turf and get his hands ready.
Bryan throwing back over to first, trying to pick off Worley. But he dives back safely. So Bryan will turn his attention back to Moore at the plate. He comes set and fires back over to first. Again, trying to pick off Worley. He dives back safely. The pickoff attempt is unsuccessful. Moore stepping out of the batter's box to get reset. Digs back in. Now he's ready for the first offering from Bryan. And it's in there for a called strike, 0-1. 0-1 count to Chet Moore. Logan Worley on first. 2 outs in the inning. Bryan pitches. Bounces in front of home plate. Peter's there to stop it. 1 ball, 1 strike to Moore.
Yeah, both Bryan and Peter attentive of Worley over there on first base.
The 1-1 pitch from Brian, breaking ball in the zone for a called strike, 1-2. So a 1-2 count now to Chet Moore. His last time up, he singled after reaching a full count. Brian fires the pitch in there. It gets past Peter, rolls to the backstop, and Worley takes off for second. He's there standing up. He advances to second on the pass ball. And now a 2-2 count to Moore. 2 outs in the inning, a runner on second. Staunton leads 1-0 here in the top of the 4th. And the umpires call time. Brian steps off the mound. Moore steps out of the batter's box. Both players get reset and ready for the 2-2 pitch. Brian working from the stretch. Comes set, delivers, swing and a miss. Moore goes down for the 3rd out of the inning. And the 7th strikeout of the night for Will Bryan. 1 run in the inning on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 man left on as Staunton takes a 1-0 lead. When we come back for the bottom of the 4th, it'll be Bryant, Roberts, and Peter due up for the Turks. We're getting ready for the bottom of the 4th inning here at Veterans Memorial Park between the Staunton Braves and the Harrisonburg Turks. Staunton with a 1-0 lead thanks to a solo home run by Eli Davis in the top of the 4th. Now here in the home half of the inning, it'll be Jed Bryant, Jack Roberts, and Caston Peter leading off for the Turks. Just a few moments here in the 5th inning, we'll be joined by the 2019 Virginia State Dairy Princess Cassidy Lamb. She'll be joining us in the booth to talk about Dairy Night and what it's like being the Virginia State Dairy Princess. First pitch to Bryant bounces in front of home plate. 1 ball, no strikes to the Turks left fielder. Bailey Hall back on the mound for the 4th inning. The 1-0 pitch bounced over to Rooklyn at short. He'll make the throw to first to retire Bryant for the 1st out of the inning. That's going to bring up the designated hitter Jack Roberts with 1 out, nobody on. Turks trail 1-0 here in the bottom of the 4th. Roberts out of Elon University. Plays his college baseball for the Phoenix. First offering from Hall misses outside, 1-0. The 1-0 pitch in the dirt, 2 balls and no strikes to Roberts.
Roberts batting .333 on the season, as we've said. He scored 2 runs so far.
He takes a big cut at the 2-0 pitch, and now it's 2 balls and 1 strike. Hall fires it in there. Breaking ball in the zone, 2-2. Roberts went up at the count 2-0. Now Hall has come back, 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch fouled off over the third base grandstand. The count will stay at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So 2-2 pitch from Hall. And that one is grounded over to second. McCarty will field it, make the throw to Czech at first for the 2nd out of the inning. So 2 down now and nobody on for the Turks as Caston Peter comes up to the plate. Peter is 0 for 1 tonight with a fly out to center field in his first time up. Peter digs into the batter's box to face Hall. First pitch swung on and missed. 0-1. The 0-1 pitch, and that one is fouled off down the third base line towards the Turks dugout. So 0-2 to Peter. Peter digs back into the batter's box, ready for the 0-2 offering, and the umpire calls time. He'll take a second, get reset, and dig back in for the 0-2 pitch from Hall. Hall kicks, delivers. That one misses high. Hopkins having to jump up to get it. So a 1-ball, 2-strike count to Peter. So 1-2 pitch, and he gets him swinging. Peter goes down for the third out of the inning. A 1-2-3 inning for the Turks. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. Staunton leads 1-0 through 4 innings. When we come back in the top of the 5th, it'll be Pastore, McCarty, and Brophy due up for the Braves.
So at Sheets, we really exist to make people's lives easier every day. In this moment, we have a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to connect with some of our lucky fans to help make their dreams come true. How are you? I'm Ryan Sheets. Here's a brand new truck for you, man. A once-in-a-lifetime dream vacation to Turks and Caicos. Have you ever been there?
No, I've never been anywhere.
A check for $25,000.
This is a testament to why everybody should be a Sheets freak.
Getting ready for the top of the 5th inning here at Veterans Memorial Park. Harrisonburg Turks and Staunton Braves in a 1-0 ball game as Staunton has taken a 1-0 lead in the 4th inning thanks to a solo home run by Eli Davis.
Yeah, the ball traveling just down the foul line on the right field, and it's hard to see where it went, but it was a good home run.
So Duncan Pastore will lead it off in the top of the 5th for the Braves. The first offering from Bryan is fouled off right at home plate. 0-1 to Pastore. The 0-1 pitch from Bryan. That one misses inside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Pastore 0 for 1 tonight, flew out to right field his first time up. Bryan fires the 1-1 pitch in there, and it's fouled off behind home plate. So 1 ball and 2 strikes now to the Braves' third baseman. Bryan kicks, delivers the 1-2 pitch, and it's fouled off again. All these balls that Pastore has fouled off are staying right at home plate. They're just bouncing home plate and rolling backwards. So the count stays at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Bryan comes set, delivers the 1-2 pitch. That one is popped up into left field, where Bryant will get under it to make the catch for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, Pastore getting 3 fouls on that at-bat right there before getting put out by Bryant. As Ryan McCarty comes up to bat.
So McCarty comes up with 1 out, nobody on. Fouls off the first pitch that he sees into the net behind home plate. McCarty 0 for 1 tonight with the strikeout in the 3rd inning. The 0-1 pitch misses low. 1 ball and 1 strike to McCarty. 1-1 pitch. Misses high and inside. 2-1 count.
McCarty only batting 160 so far for the Braves, but he plays over at Penn State Abington, and he was batting 433 over there last season.
2-1 pitch. Misses inside. So 3 balls and a strike now to McCarty. The 3-1 pitch. And that one is fouled off. Looked like it hit Peters' face mask as it went into the net behind home plate. A 3-2 count. Now to Ryan McCarty. Bryan kicks and delivers, and another foul ball directly behind home plate. So the count stays at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Bryan from the windup delivers. That one is popped up into center field. Reefsnyder chases after it, and he'll get under it to make the grab for the second out of the inning. 2 down, nobody on for Colin Brophy as he comes up to the plate. A 1-0 ball game. Staunton with the lead. Brophy 0 for 1 tonight. Struck out as part of that 3 strikeout inning that Bryan had back in the top of the third. First pitch to Brophy in the zone for a called strike. 0-1. Bryant fires the 0-1 pitch in there, and it's swung on and missed. 0-2. Brophy batting .200 on the season for Staunton. Settles in for the 0-2 pitch from Bryan, and he pops that one into left field, left center field in the gap, and it's going to fall for a base hit. He's heading to second. Reefsnyder makes the throw, but it's not in time. So a base hit for Colin Brophy with 2 outs in the top of the 5th inning. And that brings up Colin Hopkins, the catcher for Staunton. The Braves lead 1-0 thanks to a home run by Eli Davis in the top of the 4th. Now Hopkins will come up, try to extend that lead with a runner on second. Bryan comes set on the mound, fires the pitch in there, bounces in front of home plate. Peters there to stop it. Brophy will stay at second. 1 ball and no strikes to Hopkins. Hopkins steps out of the box, and he gets reset for the 1-0 pitch. Bryan ready on the mound, looking back at Brophy at second. He's going to pitch the 1-0 pitch. That one misses low. Peters there to stop it again. So 2 balls and no strikes to Hopkins. He's 0 for 1 on the night, struck out in the top of the 3rd inning. Now he faces a 2-0 count here in the top of the 5th. Bryan working from the stretch. Kicks, delivers. That one is hit hard over to Budzik at short. He knocks it down, but it rolls into left field. Brophy coming around third, heading for home. His throw is not going to be in time, and the Braves now have a 2-0 lead in the top of the 5th. A hard hit ball over to short by Colin Hopkins. Zach Budzik made a dive for it, knocked it down, but couldn't hold on to it. And that allowed Colin Brophy to come home from second. And a 2-0 lead for Staunton now here in the top of the 5th inning. Now Peter going out to the mound to have a chat with Will Bryan along with one of the Turks coaches. Bryan's had a pretty solid night on the mound so far. 7 strikeouts, giving up 2 runs on 5 hits. But struggling a little bit here with 2 outs in the top of the 5th. Don't think they're going to bring anyone in here. Just having a quick mound conference, and the umpire's heading out now trying to break them up. We head back to the top of the Staunton order as Kent Rooklyn is waiting on deck. He'll come up with a runner on first and 2 outs in the inning. He's looking for his first hit of the night. Grounded out to second, in his first at-bat and flew out to center field his last time up. So he comes up to the plate now, trying to extend this inning for Staunton. First offering to Brooklyn. He pops that up into right field. Levy will get under it in front of the warning track and make the catch for the third out of the inning. So 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left on base in the top of the 5th. When we come back, we'll have the 2019 Virginia State Dairy Princess Cassidy Lamb with us as we get ready for the bottom of the 5th inning here between the Harrisonburg Turks and the Staunton Braves. Welcome back to the bottom of the 5th inning, as we get ready for the Harrisonburg Turks to come up to the plate. It's going to be Travis Reefsnyder, Aaron Levy, and Nick Zona leading it off for the Turks here in the bottom of the 5th. Matthew Atkins and Rodrigo Aviles with you, and we are joined now by the 2019 Virginia State Dairy Princess Cassidy Lamb from Bridgewater, correct? You're from local area. So Travis Reefsnyder going to lead it off for the Turks here, and we are celebrating Dairy Month tonight here at Veterans Memorial Park. June is Dairy Month night, and you are the Dairy State Princess. So tell us a little bit about what that title means and what all you have to do to get there.
So my job is to go around to all different events across the state of Virginia to promote the dairy industry and dairy products.
First pitch to Reefsnyder, fouls it off over towards the Turks bullpen, 0-1. So how did you get to be the State Dairy Princess? How does one go about that journey?
Well, I've been going through this process for 8 years now. I was a Virginia Dairy Maid before I got to earn this title. I went through an interview process and wrote a speech, and I got to write a milk toast and answer a quick question right on the fly.
0-1 count to Reefsnyder as he steps back into the batter's box, facing Bailey Hall of Staunton. The Braves lead 2-0 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. So you went from Dairy Maid to Dairy Princess. What exactly is a Dairy Maid? What does that entail?
So the Dairy Princess is at the top of the line, and then we have Dairy Duchesses and a Dairy Princess alternate. The Dairy Maids are anyone under 16 who would still like to participate in the program, but has just not reached a certain age to qualify for Princess. They help me at all these events and get to talk to the public and learn about the dairy industry as well.
Yeah, we've seen you guys walking around. Were you selling raffle tickets, or what was going on there?
We're actually giving out free dairy products. We have a lot of cheese, yogurt, milk, ice cream, and even some stickers and bracelets that the kids love to have.
So 3-1 count now to Travis Reefsnyder. Bottom of the 5th inning. He's leading off for the Turks. They trail 2-0 to Staunton. 3-1 pitch is pop foul down the left field line, Cassidy Lamb joining us. She's the 2019 Virginia State Dairy Princess. And you're from Bridgewater, so you're familiar with the area. Have you come to Turks games before?
Yep, I've been coming to this particular event for the 8 years now, ever since I joined the program, and I've been handing out dairy products and interacting with the public ever since.
3-2 pitch, swung on a miss. Reefsnyder goes down for the first out of the inning. That's going to bring up the right fielder, Aaron Levy. He'll come up with 1 out, nobody on. Turks trailing 2-0 here in the bottom of the 5th. So is this like a lifelong dream? You said you've been helping out with this dairy night for the Turks for the past 8 years, and now you are the State Dairy Princess. So you've made the jump from Dairy Maid to Dairy Princess. Is that like a dream come true?
Oh, definitely. I remember being about 5 years old and seeing all these princesses at fairs handing out ribbons, and I always wanted to be like them, so I'm very happy I get to finally be princess and throw out the pitch. I've been looking forward to that till a really long time.
A 1-1 count now to Levy. The pitch from Hall. Big swing and a miss, so the count moves to 1 ball and 2 strikes. So what other kinds of events do you go to as the State Dairy Princess? You're here tonight for Dairy Night with the Turks. What else do you get to go to around the state?
Well, I get to go to a couple of parades, like the Shenandoah Apple Blossom Parade, and then I also get to go to different dairy events where we get to interact with the public, bring baby calves, and really just talk about milk and hand out milk.
The 1-2 pitch to Levy, he lined that one into right field, made it all the way to second on the play. So now the Turks have a runner on second with 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. So as we said, tonight is Dairy Night here at the Turks. June is Dairy Month. That's what we're celebrating. What does Dairy Month mean to, because you grew up on a dairy farm, is that correct?
Yes, we had a 100-cow dairy farm right outside Bridgewater. So I've been helping there feeding calves, milking cows my entire life. June is Dairy Month is very important to really promote the dairy industry and make sure people really understand that milk from cows truly is the best milk and there is no alternative.
Unless, of course, you're lactose intolerant like Rodrigo here.
Yeah, that's very true.
For you, you can't have that good old milk straight from the cows.
Yeah, no milk for me.
I mean, there are different milks, like A2 milk that takes out certain proteins that can help with that problem, and different milks that take out lactose specifically so that you can still enjoy the 9 essential nutrients milk has without the lactose.
Yeah, I gotta get my calcium somehow.
A 1-1 count now to Nick Zona. Aaron Levy at second, 1 out in the bottom of the 5th for the Turks. The pitch hit over second base into center field. Levy rounding third, heading for home. There's not going to be a throw, and the Turks have their first run of the game. Aaron Levy comes around to score on an RBI single by Nick Zona, and it's a 2-1 ball game now. Staunton with the lead here in the bottom of the 5th. So have there been other state dairy princesses from this area, or are they really from all over the state?
They're typically from all over the state, but just 4 years ago, a girl that I grew up with was the Virginia Dairy Princess, and she went to Augusta County schools too.
So to be able to represent be the state dairy princess and be able to come here to a Turks game where you're so familiar with the Turks and what they do here, how has that been like, being able to be in that position tonight?
Oh, it's really wonderful. I'm really familiar with everything, so I'm comfortable. Although I am typically comfortable in most situations I'm put into as a Virginia Dairy Princess. I tend to be very outgoing, and I do love interacting with everyone.
We go back to the top of the Turks order as McCann Mellett comes up to the plate with 1 out and a runner on first. A 2-1 ball game now after that RBI single by Nick Zona. First pitch to Mellett misses high, 1 ball and no strikes. Again, Cassidy Lamb is with us in the booth now. She is the 2019 Virginia State Dairy Princess. What is the organization that puts on the Dairy Princess competition or program?
It's called the Virginia Dairy Princess Program. It's run by several very wonderful women. Jennifer Leach is our main coordinator. She has put all these events together that have been able to let us come and talk to the public and really support the dairy farmers.
2-0 count now to Mellett. The pitch from Hall, that one is fouled off over the net behind home plate and went over the press box. The count. Now at 2-1 to Mellett. He'll step out of the batter's box. Get reset. Here in the bottom of the 5th inning, a 2-1 ball game. The 2-1 pitch to Mellett misses inside, brushes him off the plate. Now 3 balls and a strike to the Turks' second baseman. Talking about Dairy Night here at Veterans Memorial Park. June is Dairy Month, so assuming you have all kinds of activities to do all month.
Yes, I've already been to several events this month. This is my second one, I guess, and I have 2 more lined up already. I'm going down to Wytheville for their Dairy Day event. I get to be in a parade and talk to people at their farmers market. And then on June 22nd, we have the Children's Museum, where we'll be having some actual calves and a cow, and you can come and see it in Harrisonburg. So we're keeping everything local, too.
Mellett draws a walk on the 3-1 count, and that brings Zach Budzik to the plate. Budzik 0 for 2 tonight, looking for his first hit of the night, extend his hitting streak to 9 straight games. First pitch is in there for a called strike, 0-1. A 2-1 ball game. Staunton Braves lead here in the bottom of the 5th inning at Veterans Memorial Park. Hall working from the stretch, fires the pitch in there, and that one is hit hard over to short. It gets past Brock Brooklyn into left field. Now Zona coming around third, heading for home. Not going to be a throw, and the Turks tie it up here in the bottom of the 5th, a 2-2 ball game. RBI single by Zach Budzik. His 9th straight game with the hit. He's hit safely in every game of the season so far. So you've probably been pretty busy recently. Is this the first Turks game you've been able to get out to this season?
Yeah, I typically don't get to see them too much, but I really love when I get to.
Now at the plate is going to be Josh Mandole. He'll come up with runners on first and second, 1 out in the inning. Big inning here for the Turks. First pitch to Madole in the zone for a called strike, 0-1. So growing up on a dairy farm and being around cows all the time, what's it been like? Just what's a typical day like for you working on the dairy farm?
Well, typically, my dad was definitely the one who took care of everything, getting up early to milk the cows and then having someone go out and feed the calves, making sure everything gets fed, everything's taken care of, everything is happy and healthy.
So an 0-2 count now to Josh Madole, 1 out in the bottom of the 5th. Runners on first and second. Turks have tied it up here, a 2-2 ball game. Hall fires the 0-2 pitch in there, and that one is hit over to McCarty at second. He'll make the throw to second, throw to first for the double play, and they get him a 4-6-3 double play to end the inning. But the Turks tie it up here in the bottom of the 5th, so it's 2-2 as we head to the top of the 6th inning. And we'd like to thank Cassidy for joining us. Congratulations on earning State Dairy Princess.
Thank you very much.
We head to the top of the 6th inning, tied 2-2. Coming up for Staunton, it's Davis, Czech, and Worthy.
So at Sheets, we really exist to make people's lives easier every day. In this moment, we have a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to connect with some of our lucky fans to help make their dreams come true. How are you? I'm Ryan Sheets. Here's a brand new truck for you, man. A once-in-a-lifetime dream vacation to Turks and Caicos. Have you ever been there?
I've never been anywhere.
A check for $25,000.
This is a testament to why everybody should be a Sheets freak.
Pitcher on the mound for the Turks is number 22, Alex Rodriguez, coming into the game for Harrisonburg.
Yeah, Alex Rodriguez, one of the players from Wingate. He was the pitcher for our loss against the Generals. He had 5 innings pitched with only 1 strikeout. So he has a 7.20 ERA. This will be his second appearance for the Turks, as we are tied 2-2 in the top of the 6th.
So Rodriguez comes into the game, a tie ball game. Big inning for the Turks in the bottom of the 5th. They tie it up. Couple of RBI hits. As Nick Zona had an RBI single, followed up 2 batters later, Zach Budzik driving in a run with a single. So tie ball game here in the top of the 6th inning. Staunton, the first place team in the in the South Division with a record of 7-3. Turks at the bottom of the division at 2-5.
Rodriguez will be facing Eli Davis to start off.
Davis digs into the batter's box to lead off the top of the 6th inning. First pitch from Rodriguez. He fouls it off behind home plate. 0-1.
Davis already having 1 hit tonight, also an RBI. He's also been walked tonight.
So 0-1 count. The pitch from Rodriguez. That one misses low. Count evens up at 1 ball and 1 strike. So Rodriguez comes in here in the top of the 6th. It ends Will Bryan's night, but he pitched 5 innings, giving up 2 runs on 5 hits and struck out 7 batters. One of the best performances we've seen from a Turks pitcher this season. Those 7 strikeouts on the night.
He also struck out Andrew Czech twice, one of the better hitters in this league right now.
The 1-1 pitch misses outside, 2-1. The 2-1 pitch hit hard over to Madole at first, and it's going to roll into right field. And that'll be a base hit for Eli Davis. Eli Davis scored the first run of the game for Staunton. A solo home run back in the 4th inning.
Yeah, the ball just seeming to kind of pop under Madole's glove right there as he scrambled to get over to it. And I'll bring up Andrew Czech, the first baseman for the Braves.
That brings up Czech. Czech, as we've said, is one of the best hitters in the league right now. Reigning player of the week. First pitch misses outside, 1-0. And we'd like to give a big thank you to Cassidy Lamb again, the 2019 Virginia State Dairy Princess. Just brought us up some dairy products. Got an ice cream sandwich here and a little jug of low-fat milk. And for you, got a cheese stick and some yogurt.
Yeah.
A lot of dairy products up in here. 2-0 pitch to Czech. Misses, or it's in the zone. Called strike. 2 balls and a strike now to Czech. So we said 0 for 2 tonight with 2 strikeouts. 2-1 pitch from Rodriguez. That one is hit hard into right center field. Levy going back, and it is gone. A home run. 2-run shot by Andrew Czech, his 4th of the season. And that makes it 4-2 Staunton here in the top of the 6th inning.
That's going to be Czech's 4th home run on the season. After being pretty quiet tonight, he just bangs that right over the wall here at JMU.
Right over the right field wall, which is the highest part of this wall, this outfield wall here at Eagle Field, with all the signage and advertising up on the right field wall, and he hit it over onto the hill off of South High Street. So a 4-2 ball game in favor of Staunton right now as Logan Worley comes up to the plate, and the first strike is a breaking ball in the zone, 0-1. The 0-1 pitch, he pops it up into the infield. And getting under it is Zona, right on the infield grass, and he'll make the catch for the first out of the inning. That brings up Chet Moore with 1 out, nobody on. A 4-2 ball game for the Braves. Moore 1 for 2 tonight. He singled in the 2nd inning and struck out in the 4th. First offering from Rodriguez. That one bounces off home plate. 1 ball and no strikes. Moore steps back into the batter's box, ready for the 1-0 pitch. Rodriguez working quickly, kicks and delivers. That one misses inside. So a 2-0 count now to Moore. The only player on this team that does not wear batting gloves, and he hits the 2-0 pitch into the infield. Zona comes up, won't make the throw over to first. Didn't come up with it in time, wasn't able to get the throw off. So Moore will drag that one out for an infield single. Now the Braves have a runner on first with 1 out in the top of the 6th inning. That brings up the third baseman, Duncan Pastore. Pastore fouls the first pitch that he sees hard over towards the Turks bullpen. Nothing in 1 to Pastore. He's looking for his first hit of the night, 0 for 2 with a couple of flyouts. The runner goes. Pitch hasn't been thrown. Rodriguez throws over to Mellett at second, and he applies the tag for the out. Don't see that very often. A 1-4 caught stealing for the 2nd out of the inning.
Yeah, Moore just taking off there, but Rodriguez attentive, and Mellett there to apply the tag.
So now nobody on, 2 outs. 0-1 count to Pastore, and the pitch misses outside and in the dirt, so the count evens up at 1 ball and 1 strike. One pitch. He pops that one up into right field. Levy tracks it, gets under it, and makes the grab for the 3rd out of the inning. So 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and nobody left on in the top of the 6th. Staunton leads 4-2 as we head to the home half of the inning. pitching change for Staunton as we get ready for the bottom of the 6th inning. A new pitcher on the mound for the Braves.
Yeah, we have Ronald Brown out of Houston, Texas. He has his last pitching job was against the Turks, so in that 15-12 victory. He pitched in about 2 innings, getting 4 strikeouts. So this will be his second appearance this season, also against the Turks, and he'll be facing Jed Bryant as the Braves lead 4-2 in the bottom of the 6th.
Bryant digs into the batter's box, ready to lead things off for the Turks. They trailed 2-0, scored 2 runs in the bottom of the 5th to tie it up, and then the Braves jumped out ahead again, 4-2, in the top of the 6th. So the Turks, again, down 2 runs as the first pitch misses, 1-0 to Bryant.
Yeah, the second home run on the night for the Braves. Andrew Czech just hitting a ball right over right field. Batting in Eli Davis to take the lead. Quick mound meeting right now for the Braves.
Hopkins heading out to have a chat with Brown, talking things over after just the first pitch of the inning. A 1-0 count to Bryant. Everybody gets resettled, and the 1-0 pitch from Brown. That one misses letter high. 2 balls and no strikes.
Brown playing for the University of Houston. Made 22 appearances with 8 starts at either designated hitter or first base.
2-0 pitch in the zone for a called strike. 2-1 now to Bryant. The 2-1 pitch misses low. So 3 balls and 1 strike to Jed Bryant. Bryant ready for the 3-1 offering from Brown. He kicks, delivers. That one misses high. Bryant draws a walk to lead off the bottom of the 6th inning for the Turks.
I'll bring up Jack Roberts. Turks doing a decent job tonight getting on base. And they've been able to score. Trailing here, they'll be trying to get some more runs on the board.
Roberts comes up to the plate with 1 on and no out here in the bottom of the 6th. First offering to Roberts misses low, 1 ball, no strikes. So 1-0 count to Roberts. The pitch from Brown, he fires it in there, and it's in the zone for a called strike, 1-1. Roberts ready for the 1-1 pitch from Brown. Bryant is at first, no outs in the inning. The pitch swung on, hit into center field. Moore coming in, it's going to fall for a base hit. Bryant's going to be held up at second. And everybody is safe for the Turks. Base hit here in the bottom of the 6th. Turks trying to get the offense going again. Got runners on first and second with no outs. And Caston Peter coming up to the plate. Staunton leads 4-2 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Last inning we were talking to the 2019 Virginia State Dairy Queen, Cassidy Lamb. There's the first pitch to Peters in there for a called strike, 0-1. She brought us some dairy products up here, some ice cream sandwiches. I was pleasantly surprised. I was eating that ice cream sandwiches, found out it was 3 different flavors of ice cream in there, chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry, all in one.
No way, really?
Was yours just vanilla?
I think mine was just vanilla, yeah.
The 0-1 pitch misses, so 1-1 count now to Peter. Yeah, mine had all 3 flavors in there. Very good ice cream sandwiches that they're giving out tonight here at Dairy Night at Veterans Memorial Park. We've also got a jug of low-fat milk here, tube of yogurt, and a cheese stick.
Bunt.
A bunt on the 1-1 pitch. Brown comes off the mound, makes a throw over to first, and they get Peter out, but the runners advance. So now runners on second and third with 1 out for the Turks.
Yeah, Bryant on third. And Roberts all the way on second over there. So Turks with people on base scoring position as Travis Reese-Snyder comes up to bat. Possibility of a 3-run play here as the Turks are behind. Oh, he looks like
They decide
he's
to
walking.
walk Reef-Snyder. Intentional walk to load the bases.
Oh,
That's going to bring up Aaron Levy. So they intentionally walk Travis Reef-Snyder to load the bases with 1 out. And it brings up Aaron Levy, who his last time up hit a double.
we'll have to see how this plays out.
And Levy on the season batting .222 with 6 RBIs for the Turks.
I was talking about the possibility of a 3-run play. Well, now it's 4-run plays. We could see the Turks take the lead here.
We've seen Levy in batting practice before. He does have some power to right field. The left-handed hitter. First pitch misses outside, 1-0. Brown working from the stretch. Bases loaded. 1 out in the bottom of the 6th. The 1-0 pitch. That one is popped foul over the third base stands. Count evens up at 1-1. Levy 1 for 2 tonight. Struck out in the 2nd. Hit a double his last time up. The 1-1 pitch from Brown. That one is fouled off behind home plate. So 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Levy.
Still a little confused of the Braves' decision here to load the bases with only 1 out.
Now the catcher Hopkins having a quick chat with Brown, and the umpires coming together to have a quick chat of their own. Brown walking off the back of the mound as Hopkins still talking to him. The umpires, looks like they're talking with a trainer from the Turks now. Not sure what this little conference is about.
Maybe one of the umpires are hurt or something.
Now one of the Turks assistant coaches bringing out a cup of water. So we're not really sure what they're talking about down there, but the umpires are having a chat at home plate. I think one of them must have been hurt. It's possible that on a foul ball could have hit him. So a 1-2 count to Levy. 1 out in the inning. Bases loaded for the Turks. Brown peering in for the sign from Hopkins. He comes set on the mound from the stretch. He kicks and delivers, and Levy fouls that one off behind home plate, so the count will stay at 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Levy averaging .222 this season. He already has 6 RBIs. Chance here to get a couple other ones as he faces the 1-2 count with only 1 out.
He's batting a perfect 1,000 off of Brown this season. The 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. He got him. Levy goes down swinging for the 2nd out of the inning. And now that'll bring us up to Nick Zona. Bases loaded, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Staunton leads 4-2 over the Turks. Zona 1 for 1 tonight with an RBI single. He's also reached on a walk. Got a chance for another RBI hit here. First pitch from Brown. Beautiful pitch across the plate. 0-1 to Zona.
Yeah, Zona batting in. Aaron Levy in the bottom of the 5th. As you said, bases loaded right here. Another chance.
Brown peers in for the sign. The 0-1 pitch. Comes set and delivers. Zona takes a cut, misses that one, so it's 0-2 to the Turks' third baseman. So the Turks in a hole here. They got the bases loaded, but there's 2 outs and an 0-2 count to Nick Zona. Brown would probably like to get another strike here, get out of this jam. The 0-2 pitch from Brown misses low, almost in the dirt, so 1 ball and 2 strikes to Zona. Zona had just 1 hit on the season coming into tonight, but he got another in the bottom of the 5th. So he's got 2 hits on the season now. This will be a big time for another one. The 1-2 pitch, he takes a swing and a miss. Brown sets him down, back-to-back strikeouts to end the inning and get out of a bases-loaded jam. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 3 runners left on base for the Turks in the bottom of the 6th. We head to the top of the 7th. Due up for the Braves, McCarty, Brophy, and Hopkins.
So at Sheets, we really exist to make people's lives easier every day. In this moment, we have a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to connect with some of our lucky fans to help make their dreams come true. How are you? I'm Ryan Sheets. Here's a brand new truck for you, man. A once-in-a-lifetime dream vacation to Turks and Caicos. Have you ever been there?
I've never been anywhere.
A check for $25,000.
This is a testament to why everybody should be a Sheets freak.
A lot of sports going on around this time of year. The NHL Finals just wrapped up last night with the St. Louis Blues winning their first Stanley Cup. Valley League baseball is in full swing. NCAA softball just wrapped up last week. The College World Series, NCAA baseball, begins this weekend. And the NBA Finals could wrap up tonight, actually. They're in Game 6, and already Toronto is up to an 8-0 lead over the Golden State Warriors. Rodrigo, I know you're a Warriors fan. Tonight might be a rough night for you.
Hoping that tonight's not going to be the last night, but we'll have to see what happens.
First pitch to McCarty, in there for a called strike, 0-1. I always like to debate with my friends when the best sports time of the year is. The 0-1 pitch misses inside, 1-1.
Well, it has to be the summer, right?
Summer would be great, but once you get deeper into the summer, it's only baseball, which I'm fine with. I love baseball. The 1-1 pitch lined into right field. Levy makes chase. It gets down at the warning track, bounces off the wall. McCarty heading for second. Levy comes up with the throw, but it's not going to be in time. And a stand-up double to lead off the top of the 7th for McCarty. Summer's great because you get baseball, and as you get deeper into summer, it's only baseball. So for me, when they start showing more baseball highlights on SportsCenter instead of football and basketball, I do like that. But in terms of overall sports, you got, March and April when you have March Madness. Baseball's just beginning. You have basketball and hockey getting into the playoff races, so that's a great time. You also have the Masters.
Yeah.
So that's a great time of year. And then in the fall, you get playoffs for baseball. You get football and basketball and hockey all starting.
Yeah.
You can make a case for any time of the year.
The winter, you have the Winter Olympics. I know most. That's when the NFL season ending. You have the Super Bowl usually in February.
1-0 pitch to Brophy now. He squares up to bunt, pulls back. Ball misses the zone. So 2 balls and no strikes to the Braves' designated hitter. Runner on second, no outs in the top of the 7th. Brophy 1 for 2 tonight with a double and a strikeout. Came around to score in the 5th inning. 2-0 pitch misses in the dirt. 3 balls and no strikes. Rodriguez gets reset on the mound, working from the stretch on the first base side of the mound. The 3-0 pitch misses low and outside, and a 4-pitch walk to Colin Brophy. He'll head down to first. Runners on first and second for Colin Hopkins. No outs in the inning. a 4-2 lead for Staunton. The Braves and the Turks have played twice already this season, with the Braves winning both. The first one they won 12-3. The other one they won 15-12. Looking for their third win against the Turks this season tonight. First pitch to Hopkins, misses outside, 1-0. The Turks, meanwhile, sitting at 2-6, last place in the South Division, looking for their first win in their last 6 games. They got a 5-game losing streak coming into tonight. The 1-0 pitch misses outside, 2 balls and no strikes.
Yeah, good opportunity last inning with the bases loaded, only 1 out. Unfortunately, Turks not able to punch him in. And now with 2 men on base and 0 outs, they'll be hoping that the Braves don't extend their lead.
2-0 pitch in the zone for a called strike. 2-1 now to Hopkins. Hopkins is 1 for 2 tonight with a strikeout and a single. The 2-1 pitch, he pops it up. Could be foul, but Madole is making chase in foul territory. And he'll make the grab just in front of the Staunton dugout for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, good catch there by Madole. I think it was last game where the ball flew over to the dugout. He wasn't able to hold on to it this time, getting right under that for the first out of the inning.
So 1 out now, runners on first and second, and we go back to the top of the Staunton order. Kent Rooklyn comes up to the plate. McCarty on second, Brophy on first. An opportunity for Rooklyn to drive him home here. First pitch from Rodriguez in the zone for a called strike, 0-1. The 0-1 pitch from Rodriguez, about the same spot, right on the outside edge of the zone. 0-2 now to Rooklyn. So no 2 count. Rodriguez comes set on the mound, working from the stretch. Fires the pitch in there, runner goes, and Rooklyn fouls it off. Both runners took off on the 0-2 pitch, and they're going to have to head back to their respective bases as that pitch was fouled off by Rooklyn. So the count will stay at 0-2. Sun has set in downtown Harrisonburg. Night sky rolling in. Storms never came. Thankful for that. The 0-2 pitch misses high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. We've had some bad luck with storms already this season. A couple of rainouts already happened, and we've had some rescheduled games. We'll have a doubleheader here on Sunday, starting at 6 p.m. when the Turks host the Front Royal Cardinals. The 1-2 pitch, that one's lifted into center field. It'll fall for a base hit, and now McCarty gonna be held up at third. And bases loaded for the Braves with 1 out. Rooklyn just lifted that one into shallow center. Reef Snyder couldn't get to it in time, and that was a base hit to load the bases with just 1 out here in the top of the 7th.
Yeah, they'll brings
up Eli Davis. He's reached every time that he's been up to the plate tonight. Reached on a walk his first time up. Hit a solo home run to begin the scoring for Staunton in the 4th inning. Then hit a single back in the 6th inning. Was driven home on a home run by Andrew Czech, who now stands in the on-deck circle.
Yeah, they were going to bring up the only 2 hitters this night to have home runs, and with the bases loaded.
The 1-0 pitch in the zone for a called strike, 1-1 to Davis.
So Turks a little bit in a jam here, but they'll be looking to get out of it.
Rodriguez comes set on the mound for the 1-1 pitch. Kicks and delivers. That one misses outside. Peter ready to throw to any of the bases if he needs to. 2 balls and a strike to Davis. The 2-1 pitch popped up foul over the third base stands. And the count will move to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Just one out here in the top of the 7th inning. Staunton leads 4-2 over the Turks. They scored 1 run in the 4th, 1 in the 5th, and then 2 in the 6th off a 2-run home run from Andrew Czech. The 2-2 pitch to Davis. Swing and a miss. He sets him down for the 2nd out of the inning.
Yeah, that's Rodriguez's first strikeout of the night. And he'll be facing Andrew Czech, who just hit a home run off him. So with the bases loaded, he'll be looking to just put this one away.
Czech, his last time up, hit a 2-run shot over the right field wall that drove in Eli Davis. Made it 4-2 in favor of Staunton. Now he comes up with the bases loaded and 2 outs here in the top of the 7th inning. The pitch from Rodriguez. That one's hit hard into center field. Reef Snyder's going back. And it bounces right in front of the wall, and Reef Snyder's going to play it off the wall. 1 run comes around, and now another run coming as Bofi comes around to score.
And there comes Hopkins as well.
3 runs come around to score for the Braves on an RBI double from Andrew Czech. Makes it 7-2 in favor of Staunton. Well, you told us coming into this game that he was the player to watch. His first 2 at-bats were strikeouts, but since then he's proved that he is the player to watch for tonight's game with a monster shot over the right field wall and then a line drive into center field for a 3 RBI double here in the top of the 7th.
Turks tying up the game, but now they have even a larger deficit they're going to have to overcome at 7-2 with Czech on base and Worley up to bat.
First pitch to Worley in the zone for a called strike, 0-1. 2 outs in the inning. The 0-1 pitch from Rodriguez, a swing and a miss. It gets past Peter. Czech stays at second. So 0-2 to Worley. Worley's ready for the 0-2 pitch from Rodriguez. Gets the sign from Peter, comes set on the mound. Kicks, delivers, and that one is hit hard into right field, but Levy is going to track it, and he'll lost it in the lights, and it gets past him. And Czech comes all the way around to score from second. Now the throw in as Worley heads to third, and the throw is not going to be there. So Czech comes around to score. 8-2 now is our score here in the top of the 7th as Worley reaches third on the play. Levy was tracking it over in right field, must have lost it in the lights, and the ball was behind him.
Yeah, on the chase, Levy losing his hat, and as you said, possibly losing the ball in the light of the stadium right there. Those are some very bright lights. I can't imagine having to look up into that.
So that brings up Chet Moore, the center fielder, the runner on third and 2 outs. Fouls off the first pitch that he sees. The 0-1 offering, that one is a grounder over to second. Mellett will come up fielding it. Throw over to Madol at first to end the inning. So 4 runs on 3 hits, 1 error, and a runner left on base in the top of the 7th. This time to stretch here in Harrisonburg. Coming up in the home half of the inning, Mellett, Budzik, and Madol due up for the Turks. Back at Eagle Field at Veterans Memorial Park, getting ready for the bottom of the 7th inning between the Harrisonburg Turks and the Staunton Braves. The Braves have an 8-2 lead over the Turks, as McCann Mellett will lead it off here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Mellett coming up to the plate, looking for his first hit of the night. He reached on a walk in the 5th inning. Other than that, he's got a fly out and a ground out. First pitch from Brown in the dirt.
Yeah, the Turks trailing here 8-2.
1-0.
After tying it up earlier, they'll be looking to get back on the scoreboard.
The 1-0 pitch from Brown, that one misses outside. So 2 balls and no strikes now to Mellett. Brown working from the windup. The 2-0 pitch to Mellett, fires that one, misses up high, gets past Hopkins. So 3 balls and no strikes now. Turks trailing by 6 runs here in the bottom of the 7th. Need all the base runners and offense that they can get. So the 3-0 pitch from Brown misses high. Mellett draws a 4-pitch walk to lead off the inning.
Ten walks already this season for Mellett.
So that's going to bring up Zach Budzik with a runner on first and no outs in the bottom of the 7th. First pitch to Budzik, right across the plate in the zone for a called strike, 0-1. Brown comes set on the mound, fires the 0-1 pitch. Again, right across the plate, beautiful pitch. No balls and 2 strikes to Budzik. Budzik with a 9-game hitting streak now as he got a single in the 5th inning. So the 0-2 pitch hits that one hard down the third base line. It goes foul.
Last time out against the Braves, he was able to get a double and 2 RBIs.
Oh and 2 the count to Budzik. Brown comes set on the mound, working from the stretch with a runner on first. Fires the pitch in there. Swing and a miss. Budzik goes down for the first out of the inning. So that's going to bring up Josh Madole with a runner on first and 1 out. Staunton leads 8-2 here in the 7th inning. Madole looking for his first hit of the night. He reached on a walk in the 1st inning. And a couple of ground outs since then. Brown comes set. First pitch to Madole.
Looks like
bounced in front of the plate. Looked like it hit Madole in the shin, but I think it bounced in front of the plate. So 1 ball, no strikes to Madole. Digs back into the batter's box for the 1-0 pitch from Brown. Brown comes set, fires it in there. That one misses low. 2 balls and no strikes now to the Turks first baseman. McCann Mellett at first. 1 out in the inning. Staunton leads 8-2. Scored in every inning since the 4th. The 2-0 pitch misses inside. The runner goes as it gets past Hopkins. And Mellett standing up safely at second. Gets there on the pass ball. So the Turks have a runner in scoring position with 1 out.
Yeah, a couple of these pitches already from Brown pushing Madole off the plate. As you said, count 3-0.
Mellett drew a 4-pitch walk to lead off the inning, and now a 3-0 count to Madole. The pitch from Brown misses outside. Another 4-pitch walk, and the Turks have runners on first and second with 1 out.
Jed Bryan up to bat now.
Bryant coming up with runners on first and second. He reached on a walk his last time up. Made it all the way around to third base, but the Turks left the bases loaded.
5 RBIs so far in the season. Opportunities here to increase that number.
First pitch to Bryant. Misses inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Bryant, one of the 4 Wingate players on this year's roster. Native of Lexington, North Carolina. The 1-0 pitch from Brown. He fires it in there. That's in the zone for a called strike. Count evens up at 1-1. We asked him what his favorite baseball team is, and he said Wingate, which is where he goes and where he plays baseball. And we asked him his favorite player, and he said Hunter Dula, one of his teammates at Wingate and another member of the 2019 Turks team.
Yeah, as we pointed out earlier, Hunter Dula's favorite player? Jed Bryant.
A 1-2 count. Brown comes set on the mound. Bryant ready for the pitch. He kicks, delivers, swing and a miss. He goes down for the second out of the inning. 2 strikeouts now in the inning for Brown. So now Jack Roberts will come up to the plate with runners on first and second and 2 outs. Turks again getting runners on base and just can't seem to bring them home. As Jack Roberts digs into the batter's box. First pitch from Brown misses high. 1 ball and no strikes to Roberts. Roberts joining the Turks from Elon University. 1-0 pitch misses high and outside. 2 balls and no strikes. He should be pretty familiar with Eagle Field as Elon is in the CAA, same conference as JMU. He's probably played here a few times. At Elon this season, he batted .222 with 14 hits, 1 home run for the Phoenix. The 2-0 pitch misses high and outside. 3 balls and no strikes to Roberts. 1 pitch away from loading the bases here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. Staunton leads 8-2.
Yeah, on deck, Caston Peter has a home run this season.
3-0 pitch from Brown. Misses high and outside. So now bases loaded for the Turks with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th inning.
Two RBIs on the season for Caston Peter. As the Braves will have a quick mound conference.
Hopkins going out to talk. One of the Braves coaches going out there to talk with them. As Brown has now loaded the bases. Every runner that has reached base this inning for the Turks has reached on a 4-pitch walk. McCann Mellett, Josh Madole, and Jack Roberts all reaching on 4-pitch walks, and in between them, 2 strikeouts as Budzik and Bryant each struck out.
Last inning, bases were loaded for the Turks, but they weren't able to score. Here's another chance with Caston Peter up to bat.
So Peter digs into the box to face Brown. He's 0 for 3 tonight. First pitch gets him swinging. 0-1 to Peter. An 0-1 count. Bases loaded. 2 outs. Staunton leads 8-2 in the 7th inning. Brown with the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. And now Peter is down 0-2. Brown peering in, awaiting the sign from Hopkins. He comes set on the mound, ready for the 0-2 pitch. Fires it in there. Peter hits it over to Rooklyn at short. He'll field it, make the throw to second to end the inning. A 6-4 putout as the Braves get out of another bases-loaded jam, the 2nd inning in a row. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 3 runners left on base in the bottom of the 7th. Staunton leads 8-2, so we head to the top of the 8th inning. Pastore, McCarty, and Brophy.
Hey baseball fans, Graham Knight here for the Valley Baseball League. Just wanting to give a shout out to one of our newest sponsors, Stephen Toyota. Stephen Toyota is in Harrisonburg, Virginia. They've been an avid sponsor of the Harrisonburg Turks for years. I want to let you know that I'd buy a Toyota from them, and I'm thrilled to introduce them to you as our Southern Division sponsor. That means every time a team from the Southern Division, whether it's Harrisonburg, the Staunton Braves, the Waynesboro Generals, the Charlottesville Tom Sox, or the Covington Lumberjacks, whenever they play anywhere, you'll be seeing a Stephen Toyota commercial in those live streams. We couldn't do these live streams without him. So a warm welcome to Stephen Toyota from Harrisonburg, Virginia. If you're looking for a car and you're anywhere near Harrisonburg, please stop in and see Ryan. Let him know that you appreciate his help with these live streams and take a good look at their inventory. I love what I saw there, and I got to be honest, one of my favorite cars was a 2009 Camry Hybrid. I sold it to a guy after 150,000 miles. He called me back about 7 to 8 months later to thank me for selling him that car. He'd actually gone another 50,000 miles in it and was just putting a new set of tires on it. So if you're into Toyotas and you're anywhere near Harrisonburg, give our newest sponsor, Stephen Toyota, a good look. Thank you, Ryan. It's great to have you on our team.
If you're buying, you gotta see Ryan at Stephen Toyota, where every new Toyota car, truck, van, and SUV is smile priced now to save you more. And every certified used Toyota on the lot is also smile priced at Stephen Toyota, where you get more for your trade, more credit options to help you get approved, and exceptional service after the sale, too. If you're buying, you gotta see Ryan at Stephen Toyota.
Lead.
First batter that he'll face is Duncan Pastore, and the first pitch misses way up high. 1 ball and no strikes to Pastore. Pastore's 0 for 3 tonight. He's flown out to right field twice and once to left. He leads off with an 8-2 lead for the Braves. The 1-0 pitch is in there for a called strike. Count evens up at 1-1. The 1-1 pitch from Bloomquist. Breaking ball in the zone for a called strike. 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Check swing pulled back, but it's a called strike. He goes down looking for the first out of the inning, and Bloomquist off to a good start here in the top of the 8th. That's going to bring up the second baseman, Ryan McCarty, with 1 out, nobody on. Staunton leading 8-2 in the top of the 8th inning. McCarty's 1 for 3 tonight with a double and a run scored. Now the home plate umpire is calling time.
Looks like he was writing something down.
Not exactly sure what he was doing. But he's back behind the plate and we're ready to play. McCarty steps into the batter's box. First pitch from Bloomquist. About letter high, misses 1-0. Now the Staunton third base coach is coming over to have a chat with the umpire. A 1-0 count to McCarty. Staunton's coach heading over to talk to the first base umpire now. Again, I'm not really sure what they're chatting about or what's going on here.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden the umpire just stopped play, took that time out, started writing something down. And now the Staunton Braves coach talking with the first plate umpire.
He doesn't look too happy with him either. Umpire's trying to walk away, and it looks like...
Did he just get ejected?
Yeah, Stanton's coach has been ejected. The umpire's walking away. He goes after him. He's not leaving. He wants to say what he wants to say. Now he gives up. He's heading towards the dugout. So I'm not sure what the issue was, but Stanton's third base coach has just been ejected.
We don't know what happened. So, disagreeing about something, and then the first base umpire just ejected him out of the game.
So now the first base coach heads over to third base, and they bring a new coach out for the first base coach. Still a 1-0 count to Ryan McCarty. Now we're ready to resume play. McCarty digs back into the batter's box. Bloomquist ready for the 1-0 pitch. And Peter calls time. Bloomquist steps off the mound. 1 out in the inning. Stanton leads 8-2 in the top of the 8th. 1-0 pitch from Bloomquist. Misses inside. 2 balls and no strikes. Bloomquist from the wind-up, the 2-0 pitch. Low and inside around McCarty's shins, so 3 balls and no strikes now to the Braves' second baseman. The Braves scored 1 run in the 4th, 1 in the 5th, then 2 in the 6th, and 2 in the 7th. And now the 3-0 pitch misses inside. McCarty draws a 4-pitch walk, and he'll head down to first. Braves have a runner on with 1 out here in the top of the 8th inning. It's going to bring up the designated hitter, Colin Brophy. Will come up with a runner on first. He's reached base a couple of times tonight, came around to score both times, and the first pitch from Bloomquist, breaking ball, gets them swinging, 0-1. And now the home plate umpire is yelling towards the Staunton dugout. First base umpires they're pointing and yelling into the Staunton dugout.
Did someone else just get ejected?
They're just throwing out people left and right. The first base coach has been ejected. Someone in the Staunton dugout has been ejected. Now the Staunton players are not happy. They don't know what's going on either. A Staunton coach is not happy with the umpires. He's trying to make his case. Now the third base coach is coming over to have a chat too.
I think maybe either the players or the coach, someone might be chirping over there in the dugout, bothering the umpire. Because I have no clue what's happening. But yeah, it just looks like he's throwing out players.
So the first base coach, I think, has been ejected. Now he's telling his players to quiet down.
We talked about this earlier, that the Staunton Braves players, they are loud. They like to cheer for their team and be vocal, and it caused some problems earlier in the season that we've seen. They got some warnings from umpires. It could be something similar to that.
Yeah, the first game that we saw between Harrisonburg and Staunton, the bullpen received a couple of warnings after being loud and yelling and cheering for their teammates. The home plate umpire didn't like what they were saying, gave them a couple of warnings.
But this is just speculation, because yeah, we have no clue what has happened down there.
Someone else has been ejected. Now one of the Turks assistant coaches is going to talk to the home plate umpire to try to figure out what just happened. Who got ejected? Who's still here?
Yeah, a player's leaving. It looks like it's
I think he's just heading down to the bullpen.
Yeah, possibly.
So now we're back to play. Colin Brophy at the plate. No balls, 1 strike. The pitch from Bloomquist. In the zone for a called strike 2, 0-2. Runner on first with 1 out. Staunton leads 8-2 in the top of the 8th inning. Bloomquist steps off the mound. Takes a second to recollect himself. Then he's ready for the 0-2 pitch. Fires it in there. Breaking ball low and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Bloomquist making his 4th appearance for the Turks.
comes to Harrisonburg from West Liberty University. The 1-2 pitch misses high. Count evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, posted a 7.68 ERA over there and 38.2 innings pitched with 35 strikeouts. This season he has 3.
The 2-2 pitch, that one is driven hard foul over towards the Turks bullpen down the left field line, excuse me. So the count will stay at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Blomquist has a brother that also plays for West Liberty University. His brother Caden, joining him in college. The 2-2 pitch bounces in front of the plate. Peter's there to stop it. So the count goes full. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Colin Brophy. An 8-2 ball game. Staunton with the lead in the top of the 8th inning. The 3-2 pitch from Blomquist. That one misses outside. He walks him. So now runners on first and second for the Braves as Colin Hopkins comes up to the plate with 1 out in the inning. Hopkins out of Western Kentucky University.
The Hilltoppers?
The Hilltoppers of Western Kentucky. Turks have a couple of players from there as well, Jack Wilson and Bailey Sutton, both from Western Kentucky. First pitch to Hopkins. Breaking ball misses low. 1 ball, no strikes to the Braves catcher.
Hopkins born in Houston, Texas. And right behind him on the mound, our Turks catcher, Caston Peter, also from Houston, Texas. Big Astros fan.
The 1-0 pitch. That one misses low, so 2 balls and no strikes to Hopkins. Blomquist struggling to find the zone right now. Blomquist peers back at second, decides to pitch. The 2-0 pitch. That one's in the zone and across the plate for a called strike. 2 balls and 1 strike now to Colin Hopkins. Hopkins is 1 for 3 tonight. He singled in the 5th. He's got a strikeout and a ground out. And now 2-1 count. The pitch from Blomquist. Big swing and a miss. Count evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. One out in the inning. Runners on first and second. An 8-2 ball game. Staunton with the lead. The 2-2 pitch from Blomquist. And he fouls that one off into the backstop behind home plate, so the count will stay at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hopkins, as we said, plays at Western Kentucky University. He chose to go there because of the amazing facilities that they have and the drive exhibited by the entire coaching staff. The 2-2 pitch from Blomquist. That one is line drive into left field. Bryant's going to field it. Around third comes McCarty, and he heads home. The throw off target. He'll be there to score. 9-2 ball game now for Staunton.
Yeah, McCarty comes around for the score. Still 2 men left on base for the Braves as they head back to the top of the order with Kent Rooklyn. So now 9-2. Turks even in a deeper hole now.
Still runners on first and second. 1 out in the inning. Rooklyn at the plate. First pitch from Blomquist. Check swing. Yeah, I think he went. So 0-1 to Rooklyn. Blomquist looking back at second and Brophy decides to pitch. Rooklyn lifts that one into left field. Bryant, Budzik, and Reefsnyder are all converging. Bryant will make the catch, and the runners will head back to their bases. 2 outs now in the inning. Runners on first and second. for Eli Davis. He's had a big night at the plate tonight.
And a ball coming out of the Turks bullpen that was on the field for a quick second. I don't know what happened there, but Travis Reesnyder throwing it all the way back into the bullpen.
Davis has a couple of runs scored tonight, a home run, a single. He's reached on a walk as well. Big night for the right fielder. First pitch from Bloomquist. Misses outside, 1 ball, no strikes.
Yeah, he has 2 men on base. So another big opportunity here for the Braves to extend their lead.
The 1-0 pitch from Bloomquist. Big swing and a miss by Davis, and now the count evens up at 1 ball and 1 strike. 2 outs in the inning, runners on first and second. Staunton leads 9-2 over the Turks. They've now scored in every inning since the 4th. It was a scoreless ball game until the top of the 4th when Staunton got their first run across. They added another in the 5th, then 2 in the 6th, 4 in the 7th, and 1 so far here in the 8th. Davis hoping to make that more. So he's got a runner in scoring position. The 1-1 pitch from Bloomquist. Misses low and outside. Peter has to slide over to stop it. 2 balls and a strike now.
Yeah, Turks able to tie the game up in the bottom of the 5th. Even having a couple bases loaded situations, but unable to score since then.
Bloomquist stepping off the mound. Looking back at second. Keeping Brophy there. 2-1 count to Davis. Bloomquist gets the sign from Peter. Comes set, pitches. That one misses low and outside. So 3 balls and a strike. Bloomquist with the 3-1 pitch. That one's popped foul over towards the third base grandstand. I think it went over the bleachers, so now a herd of kids is going to run after it, try to get their freezy pop. They're all looking over the fence, trying to see where it went before they head after it.
Yeah, it's pretty dark out there. Only the stadium lights to put some light over there.
3-2 pitch. Runner goes to third. And it's a called strike 3. Davis goes down looking to end the inning.
Bloomquist getting the Turks out of a jam there. Having 2 men on base, the Braves.
So the Braves get another run across. They lead 9-2 as we head to the bottom of the 8th inning. Due up for the Turks when we come back. Reesnyder, Levy, and Zona. Ronald Brown coming back out for the third inning of work as we get ready for the bottom of the 8th inning here at Veterans Memorial Park. Matthew Atkins, Rodrigo Aviles with you, bringing you all the action tonight and the rest of the 2019 Harrisonburg Turks season. Thank you for tuning in to tonight's broadcast, whether you're listening online or watching on Facebook Live. We appreciate you tuning in. And if you're watching on Facebook, we want to remind you that these live streams are made possible courtesy of Sheetz and Subway. Leading off for the Turks in the bottom of the 8th inning will be Travis Reefsnyder. It's going to be a pinch hitter instead of Reefsnyder coming up to the plate.
It's going to be Jacob Edwards.
Number 12, Jacob Edwards. First pitch to Edwards misses low, 1-0.
Jacob Edwards, 6 at-bats this season, yet to get a hit. Tonight could be the night.
The 1-1 pitch from Brown. That one's in the zone for a called strike. 1-2 now to Edwards. It looks like it's going to be another substitution in place of Aaron Levy as Hayden Cart is in the on-deck circle right now. The 1-2 pitch, that one is hit foul down the third base line. You notice Edwards, just like Chet Moore of Staunton, not using batting gloves. Steps back into the box for the 1-2 pitch. Brown kicks and delivers. That one's right on the edge of the zone for a called strike 3. Edwards goes down looking for the first out of the inning.
Here we are in the bottom of the 8th. Turks trailing 9-2. If they want to cut down this lead, they have only 2 innings left to do it.
So Hayden Cart comes up to the plate now, taking the place of Aaron Levy. His first at-bat of the night. First pitch from Brown. Misses just high. 1 ball, no strikes.
Cart batting 125 so far this season for the Turks out of the University of Charleston.
The 1-0 pitch from Brown. That one is hit foul over towards the first base stands. It sounded like a broken bat on that one.
Looks like it's still intact. Or maybe a little crack.
Yeah,
he heads over to the dugout.
It cracked. He's going to trade that one in for a new one. A 1-1 count now to Cart. Cart 1 for 8 on the season so far. Joined the Turks last week. Just under a week ago, joined the Turks on June 7th from the University of Charleston. He had a pretty good season there. At Charleston this season, he batted .297 with 6 home runs and 46 RBIs as the 1-1 pitch misses inside. 2 balls and a strike now to Cart.
Yeah, he was even 17 for 17 for stolen bases.
The 2-1 pitch. Pretty pitch across the plate. Count evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. A 6'2" outfielder from Grove City, Ohio. In the box for the 2-2 pitch from Brown. Swing and a miss. And he sets him down for the second out of the inning. Back-to-back strikeouts for Brown.
Brown doing a good job so far in the 2 innings he's pitched. Already has 6 strikeouts. Only allowing 1 hit.
That brings up Nick Zona, third baseman for Harrisonburg. Comes up with 2 outs, nobody on. Turks trailing 9-2 here in the bottom of the 8th. First pitch from Brown misses in the dirt. 1-0.
Nick Zona getting an RBI single today. In the 5th inning, one of the players who helped score today for the Turks.
Fouls off the 1-0 pitch. It goes over towards the Turks dugout. And the count evens up at 1 ball and 1 strike.
With 2 outs, hopefully he'll be able to get on base again.
Zona, a multi-sport athlete in high school, lettered 4 years in baseball and 3 years in basketball. The 1-1 pitch from Brown. Misses inside, 2 balls and a strike now to Zona, native of Mechanicsville, Virginia. So a 2-1 count. Brown comes set from the stretch, fires a pitch in there.
Ooh.
Inside, brushes Zona off the plate a little bit. 3 balls and a strike now to the Turks' third baseman. Plays his college ball right here at JMU. Batted .337 for the Dukes this season.
And he's joined here by Travis Reeve-Snyder and Harry Brown.
3-1 pitch across the plate. Called strike. And the count goes full to Nick Zona. 3-2 count with 2 outs, nobody on. The Turks trail 9-2 here in the bottom of the 8th inning. The crowd is thinned out a little bit here at Eagle Field. The 3-2 pitch from Brown. Breaking ball gets him looking. He goes down for the 3rd out of the inning. And 3 straight strikeouts for Brown, who strikes out the side in the bottom of the 8th. Staunton leads 9-2 as we head to the top of the 9th inning at Eagle Field.
Hey baseball fans, Graham Knight here with the Valley Baseball League, and I want to take a second to introduce you to a close personal friend of mine, Grace Burrows. She's a New York Times best-selling author, but she's also a close personal friend of yours, even though you may not know it. In fact, without Grace's help, we would not have been able to bring you the playoffs and championships last year. Thanks to her, we were able to cover every single game. And thanks to her, this year we had all the gear we need to support 11 different sites throughout the Shenandoah Valley. Take a second and look at her latest book, When a Duchess Says I Do. Grace Burrows, she believes in love and baseball. If you can't find romance on the baseball diamond, take a look at graceburrows.com/bookshelf. And if you've already got the love of your life, good for you. Drop Grace a line and let her know that you really appreciate her help with these live streams. It would mean a lot to her. Now back to the action.
Probably the best hitter on this Staunton team, as he's got a pair of hits tonight, a home run and a double. Scored twice. Big part of the reason that the Braves lead 9-2 here. He comes up to the plate to lead things off in the top of the 9th. He was named Player of the Week on Monday. And he's had a pretty good week since then. And now playing shortstop for the Turks is Bryson Smith, taking the place of Zach Budzik. First pitch in there to Czech, a breaking ball in the zone, gets him looking, 0-1. The 0-1 pitch misses outside. 1 ball, 1 strike to Czech.
Andrew Russ from Wake Forest. Made 3 appearances for them.
Fouls off the 1-1 pitch over towards the Staunton dugout. 1 ball and 2 strikes now.
He was a 4-sport athlete in high school, earning 10 varsity letters. He played baseball, basketball, cross country, and he did swimming.
The 1-2 pitch from Rust. That one is hit hard into right field. Levy's chasing after it, and it's going to bounce off the wall. He's going to have to play it off the wall. And Czech heading to second, his second double of the night. 3rd hit on the night for the Braves first baseman. A lot of power in that bat.
Yeah, Logan Worley up to bat after him. Czech just having a monster performance tonight. Certainly not easing up because it's the top of the 9th and they have a 9-2 lead.
So runner on second, no outs. Logan Worley at the plate. Worley's got a hit tonight. He also reached on an error in the 7th inning. That fly ball into right field, it looked like Levy was going to make the catch, and then I guess he lost it in the lights. It ended up landing behind him. So the first pitch to Worley, swing and a miss. Gets in the dirt. Peter has to be there to stop it. 0-1. The Braves lead 9-2 over the Turks here in the top of the 9th. They hold on to the lead, they'll improve to 8-3 on the season.
Quick mound conference for the Turks. Peter and Russ just gonna say a couple words. Logan Worley out of Young Harris College. Started all 50 games as a freshman at a .271 batting average with 31 RBIs and 39 runs scored.
The 0-1 pitch to Worley. He hits that one hard over to Smith at short. He'll field it at the back of the dirt, make the throw over to first in time for the out. It was a close one, but he just got the ball there in time to retire Worley.
Yeah, good job from Bryson Smith. Just came into the game, but attentive and able to put out Worley.
So that brings up the center fielder, Chet Moore. The runner on second, 1 out in the top of the 9th. First pitch from Rust. Misses inside. Moore backs off the plate. Staunton leads 9-2 here in the top of the 9th at Eagle Field.
Chet Moore 2 for 4 today.
The 1-0 pitch from Rust. The breaking ball misses inside. 2 balls and no strikes to Moore. Moore out of the University of Miami. The 2-0 pitch, and he fouls that one off. 2 balls and a strike. A sophomore at Miami. ACC school. Andrew Russ, pitcher at Wake Forest, another ACC school. A rich baseball conference with 2 teams in the College World Series. Florida State advancing to the College World Series, as well as the University of Louisville. A 2-1 pitch from Rust. Misses inside, so 3 balls and a strike now to Chet Moore. Russ delivers a 3-1 pitch high and inside, and that's going to walk Moore. He'll head down to first. Now runners on first and second with 1 out, as Duncan Pastore would come up to the plate, but it looks like it's going to be a pinch hitter. Coming up for the Braves.
It's going to be Casey Hare out of High Point University from Maryville, Tennessee. He had a career of 2 at-bats here at James Madison, so he's familiar with the field.
Hare batting .321 on the season for the Braves. First pitch on the outside edge of the zone. In there for a called strike, 0-1. So 0-1 count. Russ comes set. Peers back at second, decides to pitch. That one's in there for another called strike. 0-2 now to Hare. The 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball in the zone, strike 3, and Hare knew it. He started walking away before the umpire even called that one. 2 down in the inning.
Ryan McCarty up to bat now for the Braves. Solid night for him.
A couple of times across the plate. A double in the 7th. He comes up with runners on first and second, 2 outs. A 9-2 lead for the Braves. First pitch misses just high and inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Cardi from Penn State, Abingdon. Native of Yardley, Pennsylvania. He's an outstanding rookie at Penn State Abingdon last season. Broke his way into the starting lineup in the first game of the season. Had an immediate impact on the team's success.
Yeah, as we said earlier, he was named to the NEAC First Team All-Conference, and he was the NAEC Rookie of the Year.
A 2-0 pitch from Russ. That one misses inside. Count's going to move to 3 balls and no strikes to McCarty. He'll take a second step out of the batter's box. Digs back in, taps his bat on the plate a couple times, and he's ready for the 3-0 pitch. Runners on first and second, 2 outs in the inning. 3-0 pitch right across the plate. Called strike, 3-1. Russ set now for the 3-1 pitch. Ian Czech over at second decides to pitch. Big swing and a miss. And the count goes full to Ryan McCarty.
Yeah, 2 men on base for the Braves. 3-2 count, 2 outs. Russ is going to be looking to put this one away here.
He'll be looking for the strikeout. McCarty hoping for a walk to load the bases. The 3-2 pitch. Runners go. Breaking ball in the zone. Called strike 3 to end the inning. Braves leave 2 men on in the top of the 9th. They lead 9-2 as we head to the home half of the inning. The Turks down to their last 3 outs. It'll be Mellett, Smith, and Madole due up when we come back. New pitcher on the mound for Staunton as we get ready for the bottom of the 9th inning. The Turks down to their last 3 outs. Mellett, Smith, and Madole due up, and the new pitcher they'll be facing is Eric O'Brien.
Yeah, Eric O'Brien from Henrico, Virginia. He plays his ball over at Shepherd College. He has a 15.42 ERA so far this season for the Braves. He's played in 2 games, started 1, with 4.2 innings pitched. He has 1 strikeout, 2 walks, and he's allowed 13 hits.
Playing his college baseball at Shepherd in West Virginia. Shepherd just had a player get drafted by the Rockies in this year's MLB draft, Brenton Doyle.
And not doing too bad there, having 23 strikeouts with a 4.55 ERA when 27.2 innings pitched.
So the first batter that he'll face.
Looks like it's Cam Grimes out of Virginia Tech.
Cam Grimes comes up to the plate, taking the place of McCann Mellett. Pops up the first pitch that he sees from O'Brien, pops it into shallow right field. McCarty tracking it, gets the ball, makes the catch for the first out of the inning.
Looked like it was about to get away from him there, but able to catch it, leaning out.
So 1 out, nobody on. That's going to bring up Bryson Smith. Bryson Smith taking the place of Zach Budzik. another player out of the University of Texas, along with the catcher Caston Peter. First pitch from O'Brien, he pops that one up. This time it's over towards third base, and Hare will get it, make the catch right at the foul line, and 2 down in the inning.
Looks like Harry Brown and the JMU's up next to bat as the Turks trail 9-2 here in the bottom of the 9th.
2 outs in the inning, nobody on, and Harry Brown will come up for the Turks, taking the place of Josh Madole. Brown digs into the left-handed batter's box. First pitch in there for a called strike, 0-1.
Harry Brown yet to get a hit this season. Tonight could be his first.
O'Brien comes set, the 0-1 pitch. That one misses low. The count evens up at 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch from O'Brien. That one's across the plate. Called strike 2. A 1-2 count now. And O'Brien's 1 pitch away from ending this game. The 1-2 pitch. O'Brien fires it in there. Misses below the knees. The count evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Brown awaiting the 2-2 pitch. Misses low again, so a full count now to Harry Brown. Catcher out of James Madison.
If he can get on base, Jed Bryant will be up.
3-2 pitch, fouls that one off behind home plate. The count will stay at 3-2. Jed Bryant is in the on-deck circle, should Brown reach. 2 outs in the inning, 3-2 count. Staunton leads 9-2. The pitch from O'Brien swung on, hit over to Czech at first. He dives for it, tosses to O'Brien, tags the base, and that'll do it. The Staunton Braves pick up a 9-2 win over the Harrisonburg Turks at Eagle Field. We'll have a quick recap when we come back, and then we'll be on the field with head coach Bob Weiss on Facebook Live in just a few moments, so don't go anywhere.
Well, that wraps up all the action from here tonight. I'm Graham Knight, and on behalf of the Valley Baseball League, we want to thank our sponsors. This live stream was made possible by Sheets. Sheets is perfect for busy lifestyles, and they're always open 24/7. So grab breakfast, dinner on the go, or a late night snack. With nearly 600 stores in 6 states, there's always a Sheets near you. Sheets, run and done. This live stream is also brought to you by Subway. Check out Subway's delicious new club collection, the new Steak Club, new Southwest Chicken Club, and the American Club. Subway, make it what you want. This live stream is also brought to you by Grace Burrows, best-selling New York Times author. If you can't find romance on the baseball diamond, take a look at graceburrows.com. Grace Burrows, she believes in love and baseball. Before we say goodnight, I want to remind you that this live stream is copywritten by the Valley Baseball League and may not be used in any form of media whatsoever without the express written consent of the Valley Baseball League. If you'd like to use our media, please contact me, Graham, at isomermedia.com. That's Graham, Graham, at Isomer, ISOMERMEDIA. From all of us at the Valley Baseball League, thank you for watching and good night.